It's a renaissance in the city and we living in it.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
we living straight through that joint.
The world open finally, man. The way they need to be, the way they should have been.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. Because it's a lot that I've been seeing in development wise all over. Like, and it's like Detroit is getting on board with creators and they've actually got grants and things of that nature, like free money. That free money is important. It's all over the place. We just don't be knowing. Right. So you gotta try to find that free money out there because if you all you gotta do is have an LLC.
But you wanna know what it is though?
Yeah.
It should be out there. Niggas gotta go to the
commercial break. So I know you might be sitting there on the couch, high as hell, and thinking to yourself, what's something good to eat right now? Munchies kicking in crazy, right? Huh, I got an idea. Best damn salad. If you're in the Detroit area, they're gonna pull up to your house with the salad. Anything that you can think of putting in it that's actually good, salmon, turkey burger, they got it all. You can choose from a smorgasbord of options right over at bestdamnsalad.com. And it's also a number that you can place a call and you can get somebody to pull straight up on you, man. They take Cash App as well. So, hey, this is Jay Focuz from the Thewakenbakepodcast, and let's get back to the show.
Town hall meetings. Niggas gotta tap in at the.
And niggas
like,
don't be wanting to put the time and effort.
Niggas don't want to
into
go to
shit.
that.
And then on top of that, they don't know either. They don't know where to find this shit.
Yeah.
They don't know how
If you
to
go
get
to the
it,
Detroit
nothing.
page, they got everything on there that you might need and shit. All the like, you can tap in with so many resources, but niggas just don't want to like.
They don't want to put that effort in. That
Something
work
like
in to get the free.
Do a little research.
Right, right. And
I
that's all it
tell
takes.
bro, you got a whole.
Google search, literally. And then
It's
it tell you
literally
right there,
in
y'all
your
talk
pocket,
Detroit,
man,
bring your
everything.
ass Saturday at 12
Come on.
o'clock, nigga. This is the event. This is what's gonna take place.
Right, we got
You
cheese
never know.
over here.
Right.
When I went to the film, they had a film thing for all the film people and telling us about the film credit coming back, putting niggas hip to like the grants and shit. All white people in there.
Yeah.
Got a nigga in sight.
Yeah.
Like, and this shit been
It don't
posted
surprise
everywhere.
me,
It's
though.
posted everywhere.
Yeah.
No nigga came and shit. But when I went to society, everybody and their mama was in that bitch,
Exactly.
crossed out and shit. I'm like, man, I don't want to hear shit about niggas ain't making shit happen. It's shit out here, nigga.
Right.
And then another
100%.
problem is like niggas still stuck in that nigga mentality.
Yeah.
Niggas don't want to step outside and learn nothing new. You know what
The
I'm
white
saying?
man holding us down, nigga. You better go
Right,
read.
shit.
Right, hey,
Nobody
take
holding
that
your
shit.
motherfucking
It's
self
so
down
much-
but
it's so
yourself.
many
Ain't nobody
sources
holding you back but
available
yourself.
Man, at this point,
For
nigga,
real, because
you
it's
creating
everything's at our
something now.
disposal now. It's at our disposal.
Yeah.
We can reach it now.
It's the
Yeah.
internet
Yeah.
era.
Yeah.
Come on,
There you
somebody
go.
do me wrong, I'm Facebooking that shit,
Yeah.
nigga, and you gonna get your whole business
Shut
shut down,
down.
nigga.
Exactly.
Shut down.
Nigga, the power of
In a
social
matter of
media.
minutes.
Nigga, I don't want to hear nobody talking about, oh, I was getting screwed for a couple niggas. That's your fault, nigga. Why you
Yeah.
ain't tell?
Right? Should have said something, man. Hey,
Or
But-
went somewhere.
shit. That was amazing. And while we got y'all here, let's take a quick break. And we're back. So, I got some motherfuckers in here, man. As y'all can see, the room is different. So, I'll talk about that in a minute. Matter of fact, I'm going to talk about that shit right now. Creative Corridor. You need to be here. If you haven't been, I'm going to show y'all around this bitch later. Stick around. I'm going to show y'all some footage. This is where we record from now on. We in the early stages of developing the podcast side. So, give us some time. In a few weeks, you're going to start seeing this room change. Shit is going to look amazing. But, anyway, I've got some people here with me. But before I get into that, my name is Jay Focuz, a.k.a. Stoner of the Year, 10 times in a row. And I didn't get shit for it. I got nothing, dog. I got fucking nothing. I got high, though. It was a good day. I'm in here with, I'm starting from the right.
Hey, what up, though? This your man, Detroit Killa B, Brandon W. All right, I got to be a little bit more professional since I do because of the little job stuff and all that. Shot by DKB Photography. Music producer. Rapper when I feel like it. You know what I'm saying? Just overall creative, man. That's about it.
All right. I got a question. Did you get your name from Naruto? Killa B.
Let's go! Let's
I'm
go!
glad because that's how it's a
No,
Killa
where
B
it
in there.
came from is so when I was younger, my mom when she was married, my stepdad, his brothers and all of them, they was like stupid big hip hop heads, and I took a real good a real hard liking to Wu-Tang.
Okay.
From everything that they so. When Meth used to throw out that like the Wu-Tang Killa B's, like I used to always just say that, and then they just start calling me that. It was just like
because I was wondering because he got some Chinese hint to it and whatnot, because that's where he got it from and shit. Well, he didn't get it from Naruto, but he got it from like a old Chinese movie. It was a Killa B on there.
Nah, I didn't heard of that before, so yeah.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah. Yeah, who are you, man?
Oh, what up, dog? I thought he was like, man,
who are you? We getting our intros off.
What's your name? Who you is?
It's your boy, Dion Sheppard Jr., criminologist, executive producer of films, and I produce films too. And yeah, man, I just a creative living in Detroit and enjoying it.
You ain't got no AKAs? They don't know you was nothing?
No, it's AKA Dion Sheppard Jr. Like on everything from Instagram to Facebook. Oh, they call me the Wizard in college.
Oh, okay, there it is.
Thing that stuck with it and whatnot.
There it is.
Yeah, it's just Dion.
I can dig it, man. We got one more.
Hey y'all, my name is Nikita Rose. Mostly a singer-songwriter, but I'm kind of like a jack of all trades too. I dibble and dabble in a little bit of acting. Trying to get my hands on a little bit of engineering, but yeah, that's me. Like he said, I'm just a creative, just living in this crazy ass world that we all gotta fucking deal with. Just expressing my art the best way that I can, through the way that I see it through my eyes.
God damn it. And this is the Wake and Bake podcast. Now, there's been a lot going on in the world. Memorial Day was this week. Matter of fact, I'm not even dating this episode, but fuck it, I'm gonna date the episode. So Memorial Day was this week. A lot of shit happened because my birthday also was the prior week, May 28th. So I was spending my couple days, you know, and the extra day that we had off work going crazy. You know what I'm saying? And tore up downtown. Then eventually got to the fucking beach. I hate to start the podcast on a sad note, but I'm gonna start it on a sad note. Actually, I want to make sure I got the name, so give me a second. I don't have that up. Give me a sec.
Well, we gotta start it off sad.
I gotta go ahead and get this shit off because it was my weekend. It was my weekend. We did though. We started off talking about
in a way,
and then, but hey, so look, a 6-year-old girl drowned on Memorial Day in a lake in Michigan.
Yeah.
They have not released her name. But yeah, like I kind of seen it all happen, and also a 4-year-old boy had went missing that same day, and by the time I left, I didn't hear about him being recovered. Rest in peace. Thoughts and prayers to the families.
Definitely. I can only imagine how it feels to lose your baby. Like, my thing is, when I read the article, it gave me faith in humanity again, because like 60 people joined together to make a human change to try to save that baby. And it was like, yes, like, get her. Like,
yo, shout out to my sister
like,
Stephanie, man. She jumped out there and tried to help them.
She just went out too far.
Yeah.
She got somebody with a riptide.
And the riptides ain't no
riptides ain't no.
They ain't no hoe. Like, I went to Miami and I swam out deep as fuck. And I swam out so deep that the lifeguard started blowing his whistle at me and shit. And I'm like, okay, let me turn my happy ass back around. And I turned around and shit, and trying to swim back, it was hard. Even though the waves was going towards the way I was swimming, that shit is hard. Like, it takes some muscle to do that. So it's like, imagine a child trying to do that.
Straight up. Straight up.
It was over an hour since the last time that they had saw her.
Mm-hmm.
So just imagine how long she was actually under that
water. Yeah.
So yeah, man. It was sad. Like, I had a blast, and then it was like hitting a brick fucking wall. Like, sad vibes were activated, and I went to a place like, damn, I don't even fuck. So
just to get that out the way real quick, man, and rest in peace to the other young girl from the incident on Belle Isle. the 12-year-old that passed. And prayers to that family. And that other baby that's sitting up in the hospital too right now, man. Y'all just pray for everybody, man. Listen, y'all please just chill out this summer. Relax.
Out.
Don't
please.
be doing too much. Don't leave your kids unattended.
There we go.
You gotta watch the
Pay
babies.
attention to your babies. Like that's important for real. That's important. And motherfuckers think, oh, we just want to let them have fun. That's fine. But when they start getting too deep, like that signal, that parental signal in your head should be going off like beep beep. Bring your ass back here. I told your ass not to go. You know, like you gotta be on that shit, man.
All right, but you know, in the meantime, in between time, I gotta cut into that with something right quick because I was listening to Lifestyle, and I'm like, this nigga Young Thug is a sick motherfucker, dog, for like asserting himself as being the person that's gonna like make sure she douche it. Like he like, no, I'm not even having sex. I'm not having sex with you, but I'm about to come on. We going to CVS right now. I'm taking you, and we about to. I'ma watch or whatever. Like he said he gonna make sure. Thug said he gonna make sure that you douche it. He said make sure.
Exactly.
Right.
Come on.
My whole thing is they teaching the game wrong. That's why these songs is. I'm glad they doing all this shit with the indictment so they can stop all this fake shit. Everybody doing all this fake shit. Like you telling people to do shit. They've been saying that for years. That fuck up the pussy.
Exactly.
Man.
This shit is not good for you at all. You're not supposed to do that.
Summer Eve.
The
None of
vagina
that
cleans
shit.
itself. It cleans itself.
Exactly.
Women
You
stop
mess
fucking
around
that
and
up.
strip it and
Now
take
she
away the
around
good
here tasting like sour
bacteria.
patches. You
Now you
know
dry as hell.
Let's
You
go.
know what I'm saying?
Thighs burning while you're walking.
Man, you got all types of
Sour
irritation,
patch.
Sour
rash,
patch.
Right.
Sometimes you sweet, sometimes you sour.
You don't know what you
Don't know what's about to happen.
You don't know what you are today.
You don't know.
Shit.
God damn, like, and that's the kind of shit, like, I be sitting back thinking about, like, listening to some songs, like, is there any song that, like, y'all been sitting back thinking, listening to, and go, huh? What the fuck? Can you think of something, like, off top that you
Any
heard?
Tiger song? What the fuck? I mean, that motherfucker listen. I'm gonna tell you one thing. I listen to lyrics. Like every song I listen to. And when I listen to a song with Tiger on it, I really try to put together what it is you're talking about and where you're going with it. Every single time it's like
He just be on.
he over there in the woods, then he'll jump over here in the building real quick and sit on the couch, but then go run up the street and then steal somebody bike.
Okay.
Cause none of this shit makes sense. Why are you doing all this? It don't make sense.
with you.
It's not together. You know what I'm saying?
Going, fam.
Right.
Where
That's
are
like
you taking us?
Rick Ross too. He do that too.
Ross?
Yeah.
Okay.
But he free verse. He free verses.
But you know Ross got writers, so it's not Ross. It's Ross writers.
Okay, well Ross writers be all over the place.
Yeah, because Ross just go with whatever they tell him and whatnot. 'Cause Ross be talking that shit. Wow. He do be talking
All
that
right.
shit, though.
He do be talking that
Hey,
shit.
Rich
I give him
Forever
that,
got
bro.
me through college. Hey,
Hey, listen, he be
Hey.
damn sure be talking that shit. He just be talking a lot of shit that don't make no sense sometimes.
Nah, he do definitely.
And I definitely be hearing it in him. But it's the quality. The difference with him is the quality of the music.
Yeah.
Tiger's quality is not that good. So I'm not gonna listen to you talk about a Siberian tiger and then Versace robe.
Yeah, no, right. Because there's no way that the Siberian tiger is what is the material for the Versace robe. There's no way in hell. Like, I'm with you. Because it be some bullshit, dog. Some of this shit just don't work. Like, Kendrick Lamar is really good at, like, juxtaposing shit that don't really belong together. Like,
That nigga's the
he's
master.
good at that.
He is the master.
Yeah, like, it's certain people that can pull that off. And Tiger obviously is not fucking one of them. He's not
Hey, man,
one.
hey, I let them cook, bro. You know what I'm saying? They making their money doing
Get
their
yours.
thing. I'm just
That really
listen.
be it,
I
you
don't
know?
understand what you're saying from time to time. That's it. It just don't
That
fit.
really be it. Like I feel like a lot of artists just make music just to captivate the artist, just enough, the audience, just enough to make a good sale on their
There you go.
music.
There
Like
you go.
sometimes it don't even be deep core rooted shit. It just be like, damn, this shit bop.
Now
I
you
put it
think
out and I know it.
A lot of times I really
Yeah.
feel like you don't even need to really be that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's a time and place for all this music. And even myself, I will literally, and you can ask my wife, I literally will hop to from Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, listening to that nonstop, and then I'll jump to Damn John Boy for a week straight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just because that's how my taste is. I don't want to hear deep music all the time. I want to hear a nigga that's talking about some nut shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is from time to time.
Or maybe a time where I'm going out to hang with my homegirls. I want to listen to Megan Thee Stallion.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So
Cardi
it's
B,
like,
I'm trying to turn up.
Right.
I'm trying to make sure I have a good time. That be my turn music.
No,
you know,
that's
so
big
like you
facts.
say, it's
Go
a
crazy.
time and a place for different types of music.
yeah.
Well, we gotta
100%.
understand that it's called the entertainment industry for a reason. A lot of times, like, we take the music as facts because it's almost like chants. If you see the Muslims that pray 3 times a day and whatnot, because you constantly saying that prayer or whatever you working towards and whatnot, we listen to music 24/7 sometimes, through work, through chilling, through sleeping sometimes and shit and whatnot. Like, that shit, you got somebody else's words all in your head the entire time.
Right.
And some of these niggas don't take breaks. My little brother listened to what's the Young Boy and whatnot. Listen to him all day talking about killing ops. All his like words is killing ops. I talked to him. He talking about, yeah, we killing ops. Nigga, you ain't shot a damn thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, being
Friends
for
with
real.
everybody.
Right,
Got
and
it.
that's
What
real,
up?
and that's real.
But
Yeah,
inviting
but
that type of
talking
energy,
spicy.
right? Inviting that type of energy into your life.
Exactly.
Words are power, and when you
Spelling.
speak certain things, right? That's why we can go deep. You know, this is the Wake and Bake podcast. If y'all want to, like, we can talk some shit. But I ain't here for all that, man. I'm pretty sure the people that came here ain't either. But maybe not. But I did want to know. All right, I got a prediction. Something I've just been thinking. It's just a pothead theory, but I think that series finales are like a dying art. It's almost like series finales are like celebrities pre-social media. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me get my shit off because I do have some wording here. So, now, you only saw them at certain times, and the majority of the world saw them all at the same time, at the same way. They all saw them the same way, so they got a chance to see the thing, and then all collectively, because we all planned for it. We all knew it was coming. Everybody was going, hey. But with the streaming era, the shit comes out, the whole series is out the first same day.
Right.
And then it's like, all right, well, now what? Because everybody watched it the first day, and I'm watching it in doses because I'm a rational human being that goes outside my fucking house sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? So I just think it's things like that that's fucking up the game. What do y'all think of series finales?
I feel like a lot of them are not ending on cliffhangers like how they used to.
Oh,
Like back in the day, they used to flip them,
You
add
all
some
types of-
shit, like shit that you could look forward to in the next finale or the next season or whatever. They not like that no more. Nowadays, they just kind of like a summary of the whole season versus like leave me wanting more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to end the season off bored.
Okay, so look, I got you. Episode like 10 of Lost at season 1. They find the fucking hatch. They spend 15 episodes trying to open the fucking hatch. And then eventually, bing, boom, bomb goes off. Hatch is open. They look down into it. That creepy ass music hits you. And then boom, goes to black. Amazing.
Yes.
Fantastic.
That's what I was
You
wondering.
sitting around going,
That's
after
what I was
25 episodes, what
God
the
damn,
fuck
I
was
went
that? Oh, shit.
Lost just got trash at the end.
When they left the island, they
Yeah,
kind of
you
started
on
following
island.
That
this.
shit became a whole
You ain't lost
different.
no
Yeah.
more.
These motherfuckers on the land, proud people. I'm like, y'all need to change the name of the show for this season.
Right.
It's like so.
Found now. They
Lost
found
and
now.
found.
And
But-
found.
But see,
Lost
now
and
you gotta
found.
remember,
Lost and found.
in the era that we in right now, with the streaming era, networks aren't putting that type of energy and that type of money into script writing, into presentation, all that. You know what I'm saying? But the problem is, people's attention spans are shorter. They want instant gratification.
Yeah.
Like when you got stars with BMF, with Power, with Ghost, and with this, even with the Tommy Show. Like I saw some with that show alone. I saw so many complaints from people online about, oh, this show boring. It's this, that, and the third. Y'all can jump from Power to Ghost because all of those characters are from a series with 6 seasons that y'all been watching for the last 6 years. So y'all are relating to that. Y'all good there. Yeah. Y'all can jump to BMF and be good there because y'all have a history, a point of access to everything that's going on in the show. So you can go look up stuff and find out. But with the Tommy Show, it's new environment, new characters, new everything. Yeah. So there's people do not let characters develop anymore.
And they don't like change.
Exactly. They don't like change and they don't want to see
power. It ain't like power out.
Right.
Exactly.
Like, hold on.
Like this shit is continuous. Like this shit happens around the whole nation, not just here in New York. You know what I'm saying? Like, we in Chicago, Detroit. Like this shit happens everywhere, but it happens differently everywhere.
Exactly.
Now we gotta learn how they do it over here in the shop. Now we gotta learn how they do it in the D. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people, like you said, got that small mentality. They not open minded when it comes to a lot of these new shows. Right. That's how I feel.
Straight up. And so it's a lot of, and I think it's a whole lot of examples of that shit kind of out there, really, like, but at the same time, because I feel like they might put as much time and effort, but it's like Lost was so original. Like, they literally, like, once you found out the story, like, Damon Lindelof started writing it, and then he only got the show because some Hollywood executive was like, yo, we need an island show like Survivor, and it was like, oh, that's cool, all right, well, we got the island, we got all that shit, and we got a first episode, it's a plane crash, now what? I don't know, like, and they kind of just pitched their way into like, and they winged it the entire time. They winged it like we pitched a solid fucking pilot. Now what? And that was like the creative freedom they used to give people at that time in the industry. Like they really used to give people that creative like leeway. Like it's not a lot of original shows out there. That's why Netflix was so appealing to a lot of people and shit like that. It's like, oh, that's a cool place to be. Like, as a creator, what do you think about the multiple platforms in film that allow people to kind of choose their own route, but at the same time have systems where you kind of got to play their game or whatever? It's like, I know that you have a notable film out there. What's the notable? Because I am familiar with your catalog, but I don't think.
Oh yeah. One, it's called Dymez. We had shot out here. It's on Tubi if you want to check it out. It's free for everybody to watch it. But getting with these different platforms, like even with like you got Amazon and then you got Netflix and various things like that. It's hard to get in contact with them because a lot of them don't take unsolicited content. Mm-hmm. Unsolicited content is content where you ain't got an agent or something like that. So they want you to have agents and all that. It's hard to find agents and tap in with them when you independent and everything. So to get to these big, like Apple ain't gonna check out anybody who ain't coming with one of those top tier type of agents who gonna bring it and pitch it and whatnot. They'll probably take anything as long as it's from somebody notable or makes sense. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times for us, how do you get into that and whatnot? And so I just started tapping into film festivals. Like our next movie called Melanin that we just finished, that's directed by my boy Darren Brown, who is my partner. And we got us a production team that we put together that we produce films, and we go like, if you got a script together and whatnot, we'll produce it. You get what I'm saying? We'll check it out. My whole team will look at it. We'll see if it makes sense, and then we'll help you put everything together and whatnot and make it make sense. And then now we starting to build. We got a documentary coming out that's going to be my first directorial piece and whatnot called Detroit to Israel. And we putting that together, but we're going to go through the film festivals with it and whatnot. Try to get that notoriety from there. Go to like, Sundance, check out the Cannons and a few other ones or whatnot. And just like get those, go to them, check it out, chop it up with people and whatnot. Network, it's that networking piece. That's the only way you're gonna be able to like get to those different platforms and whatnot. You gotta find that, if you're supposed to be there, you're gonna be there. You get what I'm saying? That's just how the world works. Some people, stuff make it happen because you got that, drive and push. Some people it just don't. Right.
Exactly.
That's just all it is at the end of the day. People be like, oh, well, how you do it so I can copy you? You can't copy
I
me.
feel it too.
Right.
Man, shit, nigga, I did a backflip and it was right
Right,
there.
right. Nothing.
Yeah, I failed and it was
Right.
right there.
Yeah, you couldn't be talking about I backflipped 5 times, it never came, and you be like, well, shit, nigga, I don't know.
Right, man. Wrong backflip.
Cartwheel,
Wrong,
man.
right.
Shit.
Yeah,
You
right.
can do a barrel roll.
God damn. Let's go. Hey,
Shit, barrel.
we in here talking some shit, man. But yeah, like I guess that leads into something like, you know, we can take that for like everybody's time is not your time. Because somebody else achieved and you are still climbing, comparing yourself to that person is kind of like a pointless journey, because he can strike gold digging for 6 minutes and you dug for 6 hours and you still ain't got no gold. If you would have dug for 7, nigga, it's right motherfucking there. You could have had it the whole time. You stopped though.
Right.
You stopped.
Really?
Consistency. Different things. Like, I don't know. I know we don't always drop when we supposed to drop, but man, we got shit in the tuck now, so don't even worry about that kind of shit. But anyway, like, yeah, I think it's cooler to actually pursue the shit and not fucking waste your time looking at somebody else because they had the timing of XYZ, and you try to manipulate their formula, and it's like everybody's formula is not your formula. Like, make it yourself. Like, if you was always mixing the fucking grape Kool-Aid with the other grape Kool-Aid, you would have never known that if you would have took a grape Kool-Aid and mixed it with a lemonade, you going to a whole different place. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta think about it in different ways, man. We can sit here and talk shit all day. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's been on your mind? My nigga Killa fucking B, dog.
What's been on my mind?
What's been on your mind, dog?
And I'm gonna be completely honest. This new job I got has been like completely wrapping me up. Just because just to make a long story short, I hire people. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm working towards getting more partnerships with organizations within the city, like Operation Able. I spoke with
DAW.
Detroit at Work. Yeah, I'm waiting on them to get back at me.
They slow.
I know. I just talked to another one, the Center for CEO. I talked to them today. But that right there is like, that's gonna be a real big thing for me in my legacy, because I enjoy doing it and I just want to have a positive effect on my city. And that's a way for me to start doing that. Outside of that,
hold on, y'all located inside the city of Detroit?
Yeah.
I need to get your info.
Yeah, that's
nonprofit
already
can tap
happening.
in
You feel
with
me?
you.
Yeah, we're gonna tap in all the way around.
Yeah,
because anybody, I'm gonna let y'all know, anybody with anything in regards to any places that offer second chance opportunities to people coming out of the system.
Y'all work with people with felonies?
Yup.
Oh, I need to. Yeah.
That's the main reason why I'm really trying to tap in throughout the city with as many organizations, as many nonprofits as I can, because I want to get as many people working as I possibly can, just off the strength of we not drug testing, and we felony friendly.
Oh, I need
and this the fact that
giving people a chance,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Because I know where you come from. I've been where you at.
Yeah.
I'm born and raised in the city. I done saw the good, the bad, and the uglier. You know what I'm saying? So I know exactly where everybody coming from a certain perspective. You know what I'm saying? But I look at it different now, just because of where I am in life, the experiences that I've been through, mistakes I've made, and even with myself going through the system when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? So now it's just about, man, I wanna help give people that next step to go ahead and change their life. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's for 3 months for you to go ahead and stack up some cheese and get you a whip, I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm proud of that. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
And
Get
then
you
get you
somewhere.
to another job to where you making $20 an hour.
Because you got the experience.
Mhm.
You have to get the experience first. Now you
keep
want to move.
Detroit black too.
Yeah, and I want our black dollar.
That's the
I
biggest
know
thing.
that's right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's what we do. You gotta keep Detroit black, man. Help out with the jobs And that's what y'all got driving jobs.
We got high-low positions.
Yeah.
We got another spot
And
out of
high-low
St.
ain't
Clair.
shit to get certified in.
And that ain't nothing, man.
It's free.
It's a lot of places that do it that'll certify you on high-low for free. And a lot of other equipment too, not just high-low. Because it's other positions that's paying. They might not be as much as a high-low, but it's a little bit more than a ground worker. So if they offer it and it's free, take it.
Hell
What else you doing?
Right.
For real.
What else you ain't doing shit.
Okay.
But at home.
And you can do it, a lot of times you can do it right online. It's not, I gotta catch this bus to get down here to go take this test and do this thing. Nah, a lot of times it's right there online. As long as you pick up your phone, do a little bit of research, find out where it's at. Oh, all right. Boom, you go to apply for that job, and they be like, oh, well, I see that you certified in this. I can bump you up right here, get you a couple of more dollars. It's better than what you would have came in with.
And then on top of that, like people who work with food, I be telling them like, how long you been working with food? How long you been working in fast food or whatever? And they'd be like, oh yeah, about 3-4 years. I stayed at this job for 3 months, this one 5 or whatever. And I'm like, all that experience combined that you done been around, go online and certify yourself in self-serve and safe serve, whatever the fuck it's called. But get that certification. Make them couple extra dollars. Now you manager. Now you you know what I'm saying? Like you could be part owner. Work your way up. Like it's so many ways. Like you got dealt a certain hand, but use that hand to your fucking advantage for real. Because it's places out here and resources out here that will help you with no problem.
Man, people gotta realize everybody got some fucked up story. You know what I'm saying? We are like, shit, niggas want to battle and whatnot. I'm pretty sure everybody can pull out some dark shit and whatnot that'll slap somebody in the face and you be like, God damn, you went through some shit and whatnot. Like, if we all can get that understanding and just not like, well, why me? It's like, no, nigga, why all of us in this? Like, we all got to deal with you snapping out on this lady because you frustrated and shit and whatnot where you just need to relax.
10 times worse than you.
Come on. You never know what nobody going through. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the approach I always take when I sit down with anybody that come in front of me. I don't know what that person dealing with. I don't know what they going through. So I'm gonna treat you with the respect and the emotional just support that you might need in this instance. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, everything is just a stepping stone. And that's what I appreciate about this, the fact that I can at least offer that to somebody. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Is this for display? Huh? Or we drinking?
Yeah.
I love keeping it on brand. I just want niggas like
You went over there when we first started.
I ain't want to wait to go. I thought about it. I'm like, man, that's
nigga pie going down and shit.
Professional, man.
I don't know what the fuck going
I'm doing my best to be comfortable, to have a good
I
time.
was about to grab it. I was like, that's rude as hell, Dion.
And the fact that you was polite enough to like, man, let me crack that bitch open.
I got hard.
You just grab it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not enough.
Right, you feel me?
Hey, a nigga grew up. You know, I ain't 18, 15 and no more. It's just been a grab and they be like, yeah,
Right.
right.
That was a prop. That was a prop.
We said this for the next show.
Right. No, it might be here for the next one, but we was drinking.
Oh yeah.
We was drinking.
I'm gonna go straight.
So it's a lot of shit going on. And speaking of everything that you was talking about, like with people, you not knowing how people are feeling and what they're going through at a certain time of day. Like Nikita, like why is it? Because I like to write music, and especially for others. And I know that you do a little bit of songwriting, you know, for yourself and others possibly. And why is it that a depressed artist is the best artist? Why is it like that? Why is it that when we in the worst moods of our fucking lives, we go in there and we fucking cook? And it's not the greatest.
I'm so glad you asked me that. I'm so fucking glad you asked me that, because when you asked us what was on our mind, the biggest thing that's been on my mind is mental health. It always is. Because coming from somebody who suffered from mental health disabilities, I always think about other people like, damn, like they suffering too. I want to help. So that's something that I want to do. I want to bring awareness to that shit. But a depressed artist always make the best artists, because when they are in their lowest part, they literally feel like that they are pulling everything within them out And they don't even realize that everything that they are pulling out within them is everything that they've been holding in. So it's not like an artist who in their right state of mind and they just making it and they having fun. This is an artist who been holding shit back. You know what I'm saying? This is an artist who been holding in everything that they've been going through, everything that they've been thinking of for so fucking long. And when they finally get the courage and the strength to actually get up and put that pen to a piece of paper or make a TikTok video or whatever it is the fuck they choose to do, it be so fucking good. And people be like, damn, like I relate to that. And then they start getting the feedback. They don't believe in themselves like how everybody else do. They don't see themselves visually, mentally, spiritually, how other people see them. So it's like they really view themselves as like the gum under somebody's shoe. So writing a song when they're in their deepest, darkest moment, it takes them so much effort. But that effort that they putting in is so much more than what they realize. And that shit goes so much deeper than what people realize. That's the best way I can put it.
Well, sadness is a strong emotion. It's stronger than happiness. If you think about it, a lot of people die from sadness. You don't really hear too many people die from happiness and whatnot. You live longer, and so that once you capture that on a mic and that essence and whatnot, we all gonna relate to some sad shit and whatnot. Everybody that has some form, and that emotion so strong that it's gonna get everywhere and shit. If you think of Beyonce songs, most of her songs is kicking niggas to the curb and whatnot, and or her women empowerments, but her kicking niggas to the curb songs is way higher than her, empowerment. Everybody know that. Get your shit out the door.
Bitches in whole marriages and relationships be driving down the street.
Hey, come on, hey.
All the single ladies, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it make you feel like a different part of you because it was written from a whole different type of perspective than what anybody who doesn't suffer from depression or anxiety can ever imagine. We see that shit differently than other people do.
It's a raw emotion.
Yeah, that's
it's that raw emotion that grabs the attention and relates to everybody that's going through that same shit. It's just that's as simple as I can put it. It's that raw emotion that everybody can relate to.
That's why I feel like music shouldn't be so everywhere. Like music should be more like the world needs to be smaller in the sense of like like you grow your food in your community. Everything should be community and whatnot. Cause sometimes like look at all the superstars. Anybody who ever been a superstar, they done killed themselves. They done died. If you ever look at any of the true Hollywood, we feel and we love their music and whatnot. You got Michael Jackson. You got Whitney Houston. Some of the best artists like off themselves and whatnot or fall into that depression or kill themselves and went through the worst stuff, and we all like she was the best. Yeah, we love Tina Turner. Keep singing.
I don't really care if you cry.
Come on, gonna balance out what you missing. Like people get so depressed, they like, damn, if I just had a few more dollars in my pocket, I'd be straight. Nigga, you hand them $1 million, they still in the hood. They done spent that shit in 3 months. You know what I'm like? People who win the lottery, they don't keep that money for longer than a year. They always blow that shit before that year up.
It's too much energy.
But it's too much
Foxx.
energy, and then
and
then on top of that, like they look at it as, okay, this is a temporary replacement. Like this is all the shit that I've been holding in. This is all the shit that I've been wanting.
And that's why I got some fire for you. Foxx, Lil Foxx, said his gas tank was on E, but all drinks was on me. He wasn't. I'm pretty sure he didn't feel the greatest at the time, but he went, hey man, we gonna drink tonight because I want to forget the fact that I'm fucked up out here, man. And that's just how it be, and that's just how it is, man. We could talk a lot about that. I didn't want to get sad or whatever. I didn't want to get too sad. Like, we kind of went into a place, but it's a real place. And the more we bring it up,
it's necessary, man.
Yeah, the more we bring it up.
This day and time, bro. The one thing I would like, we right now, and people don't, I don't think a lot of people really realize it. Right now, we are watching exactly what y'all are talking about with Kanye West. Okay, we are watching this live and in action, and like, man, these guys are literally suffering mentally and emotionally from something.
You got 100,000 people saying you ain't shit,
right?
Or,
literally,
fuck you, your bald head wife. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
picture if somebody was commenting
That was
on your
us,
post
right.
saying like, man, fuck this. Oh, I put my thumb on blah blah.
Right.
You be like, bitch, hold on, nigga.
Get
Get
your
your
ass.
ass, cuz. Hold on,
Pull
cuz.
up on a bitch. Pull up,
nigga. Chris Rock been doing this shit for years. Bitch, I'ma slap you when I see you, bitch.
Eventually that shit build up.
No, see, niggas don't get it. I'm coming King Von out here, okay? Okay, I'm coming
Nah,
King
don't come King
Von.
Von.
No, listen, I'm gonna tell you what I mean by that. So King Von had a dude sitting there talking crazy to him, all on his post going crazy. He DM'd that nigga a picture of his goddamn house and address. This where you live?
Okay.
Bro, I'm
Okay,
sorry,
I'm
man.
alright.
I didn't know. I was just, man, chill out. That's how I'm gonna come.
Don't do
Don't play with
You
me.
wanna be
You
internet
wanna be
thumbing.
right.
You wanna be internet thumbing.
Because if you send me some shit
Don't
like
play
that,
with
I'm
me.
pulling up to your shit like, bitch, what up?
I'm a
Bitch,
internet
I'm
what
gonna just
up?
let you know, like,
I
no,
ain't
listen,
gonna,
I'll
shoot
pull
the
up. Don't
first
play with
shot.
me.
I ain't gonna hit the first punch, but bitch,
I'ma
what
hit
up?
one of them.
Like, don't do no
Just
shit
don't
like
play.
that unless you ready for what the fuck is coming to you.
That's old,
That's
Dion.
what
I
niggas
don't touch
forget.
that no more.
Like, niggas think, oh,
Listen,
niggas is
just
scary,
don't-
but this nigga's over here is better than you, nigga.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. That's what I mean. Yeah, there you go. That's it right there.
This nigga's
It's somebody
like,
out
okay.
here that's always better than you.
Listen.
I'm in lame mode,
Listen.
raising
I
my
let
kids and
people
loving
talk.
my
That's
wife.
weird.
I'm out the way with that. Just don't fuck with with her or none of them, and we good. You feel me?
Listen, I wanted to raise
That's
Romulus. I've never been a hood bitch.
Mm-hmm.
My daddy's side of the family was the hood family. I didn't get introduced to that till I was about 16, 17. So it was like, I really didn't start seeing how life was for them until I hit that age. Like, I remember one time I went out to their grandma's house. We called her G-Ma and shit. And she was like, even though you ain't my full blood grandbaby, you my grandbaby, period. I don't play them type of games. And I'm like, all right, bet. Went outside, I had on a cute ass dress. I wanted to show it off. You know what I'm saying? So I went outside and I started walking up the block. My older brother came outside. We was on Finkel and Dexter, mind you. My older brother came outside. I was about 12 years old. He came outside. He was like, if you don't bring your ass in the house, like, we not in fucking Romulus, bring your ass in here like this the hood. Like, you would get your ass shot, snatched, anything.
Hell
like,
yeah,
and I'm just outside, nonchalant as hell. Like,
Exactly.
You ain't worried
just
about
straight
that.
down the block and
They
shit.
snatching
Like,
niggas.
I look good, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And didn't even know, you know, so people, a lot of people, like you say, don't have that, like, type of awareness for that type of shit, you know, like, a lot of us are really suburban raised, and we ain't never witnessed,
Right.
like, that type of hood
But
activity.
that's
you
good.
know?
But that's a good thing.
It ain't
It's a
nothing
good
wrong.
thing, but at
Ain't
the same
nothing
time, I
wrong.
feel like it's a good thing, but at the same time, I kind of feel like, you know, there's a lot of things that I miss, like, I'm very book smart, I'm not very street smart.
Yeah,
So if I'm dealing with certain
Yeah,
type
I
of
get
people,
you.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna see how they,
that's real.
you
Yeah,
know,
that's
navigate and relate, you know, because I don't navigate that way.
Mhm.
So I kind of feel like it's a negative, because I feel like it's
Yeah.
good
No,
to be
me
both.
too. Yeah.
Because you
Yeah,
need to
I
know
get-
how,
yeah.
when you in the hood, you need to know how to act like you in the hood. Whenever I come to the hood, niggas know I'm not from the hood. And I just be being me. Like, I'll just walk into the liquor store. Hey, how you doing? Talking to everybody, like, let me get a pint of
Yeah,
this.
what's that
nice
mean?
song,
Yeah.
And I be thinking that I blend in, but really I don't.
Yeah.
Niggas be like, where
You
you
the
from?
sunflower.
Right?
You the sunflower in the concrete.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
real. It's weird, but it's the fucking truth. Shit.
But you want to know something that come to like people just hanging with their families because everybody got a hood side of their family
Yeah.
and whatnot to where like you know
For
you got to
real.
go into that shit. A lot of people like push them off to the side and shit. And it's like no,
Yeah.
man, that's
Oh,
what
you
you
need
got.
that. That's valuable life experience.
Man, when I tell you
Yeah.
like that shit better than gold, nigga, learning how to move like in the streets and then you get a little book smart, then you a bad motherfucker because
You a bad
Come on.
motherfucker.
Bad motherfucker.
For
Come
real.
on, you
Raised
go in
in
here
the
talk-
streets and then you learn the books later.
Come on.
You a bad
Yeah,
motherfucker.
come
Like
on.
you
You can
really
talk
can
money
go into
corporate,
places
man.
and
You-
navigate however you choose.
You corporate minded at that point, man, because
Yeah.
then you can talk
Like,
to
you can
any
really call
that
yourself the
gift the
CEO.
gab that you done developed is gonna
Exactly.
take you
Listen.
millions
Yes.
of miles further than the motherfucker that's coming out of college that think he know everything.
I done talk to niggas making $3 million in the street. Nigga, you think I can't talk to your bitch ass in this building?
Exactly.
Nigga, I can holler at
That
you.
man
This
out there
shit
making that
straight.
money in the street. Way
This
smarter
motherfucker
than
that
you.
shot 8 people and shit. We still talk. That's my nigga. I'm gonna talk to you, nigga, cause I know like what you think you a shark.
Let me
Nigga.
tell you
Yeah.
something. Y'all gonna laugh at me, bro, but I'm gonna be 100% authentic on this fucking podcast. Listen, I tried to sell weed once. This was
Oh, shit.
This was back in like 7. This was when niggas was still getting regs. You know what I'm saying? If niggas couldn't get loud, they'd get regs. So I started trying to sell regs, nigga. Let me tell you, I didn't make not a dime off that shit. I didn't make a dime, and it was my homegirl, so she gave me 20 bags. She was like, I just want to see how you do it. I was like, all right. So
she fronted you.
Where was you at?
So
trying to sell it though. That's what I want to know.
She lived in Romulus, but she was a hood bitch. She was raised on the east side her whole life.
You should have been
she
an
was
extra.
slanging that shit. She was slanging reds.
You had to go to
You
had to go.
You
You had to go to better property,
all that
better
shit,
state.
You know, off reds.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So she gave me some, and she was like, I just want to see how you do, but whatever you don't make, you know, I ain't counting it against you or whatever. You know, it's yours.
Shit,
I
that's
just
a
want to
good
see how you
friend.
do.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all
Shit,
right,
I'd have
bet.
been smoked that
Nigga,
shit.
when I tell you for real, nigga,
You
when
said
I
you
tell
don't want it back?
y'all, listen,
Right now,
everybody
I
in this podcast and everybody in this room, when I tell y'all I didn't make
Bitch,
no
come on,
money
go
on
smoke.
that bag,
I'm gonna roll you up. I'm with you.
it was to the point, and at this time I was in a relationship with my baby daddy. At this point, it was to the point where I was sitting outside the liquor store. Nigga, I was in the first parking spot, right next to the handicap. Nigga, wrong spot. You're not supposed to be like up front and center where motherfuckers can see you. You're supposed to be low key, blending in. I didn't know that, so I'm just like, hey, you smoke like anybody who look like a crackhead or whatever. I'm like, hey, you smoke. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know shit about that. I didn't make no money. I ended up smoking that whole bag. I told my homegirl, I was like, listen, I do your backhand shit, but to put me out in these streets, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
I calculate the money for you.
Yeah, like I'll be your bookkeeper, bitch. Like I'll be your accountant. Like, but I can't sell no products. I'm sorry. I just don't blend in with that shit. You know, like that shit was crazy, man. So when I hear other people's perspective, like people who was born and raised in the hood, that should be like coming from a suburban girl, that should be kind of exciting to me. Like, I be wanting a part of that, but at the same time, I'll be like, I know I ain't about that life for real, but I'm your dog. You know what I'm saying? I understand, like, we came from two different upbringings, you know what I'm saying? But, bitch, you cool, I'm cool, you know? Shit crazy. It really is.
But we all need that one friend, though. Because y'all motherfuckers keep us grounded. We'll take that motherfucker up here. You be like, yeah, nah, bitch, I'ma stay over here, and I think you should stay with me.
That's what I'm saying. That level of
I'll come to the hood.
That friend gonna
that level of safety and cautiousness that you develop is also extremely helpful and useful when you run around with the fuck nigga free girls, and you feel me, and you might see something they not seeing just because they comfortable in their
from the hood
environment.
gonna people nigga about to get jumped 10 miles away.
Yeah.
Like, hey, they jumping niggas over there.
We're
gonna go this way.
Hey, no.
Jumping in with your ass.
we need to cross the street.
See, but the suburban motherfuckers be like, no, it's so easy to be here.
Bitch, I got your back, whatever it is.
Bitch, cross the street.
Like,
Get across
you
the
know what I'm
street.
saying? Like, if you trying to jump in, bitch, I'll jump in with you. Like, I know how to fight just because I was born in the suburbs. I mean, I don't know how to fight, but I ain't with that extra hood shit. I'll be
But the
right?
thing is, now that we old, niggas ain't trying to fight. These little niggas
Yeah,
don't fight. All that shit. You gotta avoid all the shit nowadays and shit. You avoid the shit, man. Leave out about 1:30 before niggas leave at 2. Shit. Nigga, parking lot pimping is dead now.
As soon as you hear that NBA young boy come on, it's like, all right.
Time to go.
This ain't my age range. I'm
Right, yeah. I know this was a 25 and up spot, but the 18-year-olds have infiltrated. They have infiltrated.
Them and they fake IDs have
They
arrived.
be sitting outside waiting.
That's what I'm saying.
They park a
They
lot
ain't been there.
before we get
They
there.
wasn't.
Excuse
They
me.
know it's popping. They seen all the footage on Instagram.
Parking
They
lot
seen
is
it.
where I'm at.
They're like, it's
They
lit over there. We
They
going
coming to
in
fight.
The
city.
motherfucker said, okay,
And
well,
that's how niggas used to be
club closed
back
at
in
1:30. We gonna be there by 1:25.
See them
125.
white people out here.
Oh, we gonna fight me today.
Goddamn right.
Hey, y'all
Soon
remember
as you
those?
hit 30, your ass be ready to go at about 10 p.m. Soon as it hit about
Well, you done
9:45,
went out to
9:50,
flats.
bitch, you gone. Like, yeah, I'm straight. I gotta hit the bed, nigga. I gotta
Okay,
work at a
that's my
certain
bedtime.
time. Like,
So,
Hell yeah.
all right.
I start getting tired and shit.
Right. Is it any clubs y'all ever shouldn't have been in? Like maybe you wouldn't of age at the time, and it's a bar that don't exist no more. And it don't exist no more. We don't want to get nobody currently in trouble. I'm about to say we don't want to get nobody currently in trouble.
Ain't no
nothing current. Nothing back then.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Cause shit, the motherfucking, cause the Zoo Bar, we was in and out. That was our one of our first performances, dog. Like I think I was 15, and we like, look, the song is what was it? 4 minutes and 35 seconds. It was 3 verses and 3 of us, so it was kind of a lot, you know what I'm saying? But like, let us come in for that amount of time. They let us in and out. We was in and out, but we kind of did that often though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
nigga, now you know when you in the room with niggas, you just gotta pass it. You just gotta pass it.
Right? If y'all playing, no, y'all playing back and forth. Y'all playing back and forth.
Shit, nowadays you gotta say some shit.
You do. You do.
Gotta say, you gotta, hey, yo, you know,
Yeah.
smoking y'all.
Right.
Yeah, if you ever seen our show, you know. Cause god damn, we smoke. But alright, so it's been a lot of new movies and shit coming out. I wanna know what y'all have saw. What have y'all seen? Maybe it's out, maybe it's not, and maybe we can find some collective middle ground where we could talk about some shit.
Listen, I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't saying shit. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, movies nowadays really don't hit me like movies did in the 2010s. They really don't. Like, a lot of the actors nowadays, I really don't know. And I know it sounds kind of mean and shallow because it's like, I gotta give them a chance too, just like I gave everybody else a chance. Like, as far as like the hood movies, I be on them like Dymez. I watch that shit, and that shit was good as fuck. Like, real shit, I was like, damn. The hood classics I be on, but when it comes to like the mainstream shit, I kind of wait until the attention die down, then I watch it. Because I don't like to be influenced by the hype, and people like to spoil shit, and I gotta see shit for myself.
Movies ain't hitting really.
Yeah,
I've been on Tubi watching movies. Like, I was watching People Under the Stairs.
Let's go.
And them movies
People Under the Stairs is a classic.
That's how we found
that's a
Dymez,
classic.
bro. I was sitting up with me and wifey literally on a day off. We ain't got no kids, and we like, man, let me hit Tubi real quick, see what's up on here.
Wait. Matter of fact, when we was putting something together for the kids.
Yeah, matter of fact, we was doing the Christmas stuff. We doing the Christmas stuff, and then I just threw the Tubi movies on because we just there. And then Dymez came on, and then I'm sitting there putting this damn kitchen set together.
We don't stop.
We didn't stop now because this plot is riveting. That shit was like, oh shit, wait, hold on. That's what got it. That's what got me like, yo, this shit good right here.
Don wrote it.
Yeah, he wrote this. Don, you the motherfucking man, cause you wrote the fuck out that shit right there, bro.
That shit, bro.
Yeah, that shit was good, man.
We appreciate that, man. And we getting better each time. We get new equipment every time we film. Our budget's getting bigger. Like, wait till y'all see Melanin. Melanin is gonna be like, it's a whole different level. Like,
listen to the name.
Yeah. So I give y'all.
I gotta watch it just on today.
Wait, all right, what you got? Do you got any kind of like? What can you tell us about it?
I get a quick snippet. It's about this white exec for this pharmaceutical company who designed tanning pills, and he ended up taking one and it turned him black. That's all I can say.
Holy shit.
My boy Darren wrote it, and when I tell y'all, like, this some shit, like, I'm gonna let y'all know when because we gonna have a premiere in Detroit. It turned him black, so he lived a life.
Come on. See that? See shit.
That nigga say nigga now.
Like immediately.
Come on.
He say nigga now.
That's
so
why
many-
Candy though.
Oh my God.
Candy though.
There's so many dynamics with that.
It's so many different ways you can see
Yeah,
that.
I can't wait to see that right
Come
there.
on.
That's gonna be good.
So look, all right, I got something for y'all.
Wait till y'all see the. It's a big twist on it. My boy, he a genius with the writing. So what I can't say
don't
anymore.
say too much. Yeah, don't say
But
too
wait till y'all see it. It's
That's enough.
We got a lot of that coming. We got time
Enough.
traveling bounty hunter. We got some stuff coming. So
I'm traveling about you.
That sounds dope. Hey, and that sounds like something that I think I did a video recently about Atlanta. And the thing about Atlanta is that it's based in what they call surrealism or realism or surrealism. It's surrealism. But they call it Afro-surrealism. They did it on season 3 of the show. I can't remember whether it was episode 3 or 4 of the season 3. They did a reverse realism, Afro-surrealism situation where they put this just this white
You talking
gentleman.
about the show Atlanta?
That show Atlanta.
Oh yeah. I thought you were talking about the city for a minute.
No. Yes, the show.
I know what you're talking about.
And yeah, hit that.
We're gonna take a shot with me. We're gonna take a shot.
I mean, cause I got a little bit too. I'm with you.
What episode you talking about?
But like I said, I think it's 3 or 4 of season 3, and Dave Chappelle also pulled off some shit like that with the Black Reparations episode. Do y'all remember Dave Chappelle, the Black Reparations episode?
Yeah.
Like they got up there but it was like that though. It was like a situation where it was a tax where people could make their money off of their family being slaves of a certain family.
Okay, I remember that.
And it was like but it was from the white guy's perspective.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
when
it
the
kinda
black lady showed up at his
Yes.
house trying to take it because she
Yes.
said he was one of the his family had enslaved her ancestors.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
It was like reparation restitution.
She walked all through his
I think it was
house
called.
and went to his daughter's school, all that. Yeah.
Did y'all see the 600 page they just put together in real life of like possible reparations they doing out in California? They gonna be the
saw
first
that.
test
I saw that.
implementing some form of reparation towards people. It's the 600. I can't remember
I saw that.
What university did the research, but they did a research about 600 pages of like possible ways to like the government to implement reparations and shit.
I don't think the government really understand how much they owe us. I really don't think that they have actually sat down and put that shit on a grand scale and actually understood how much they owe us individually. Any of us who have any type of African ancestry in their blood, they are owed a certain amount, and I don't think they actually understand. And if they do understand, because they the government, they probably do understand.
They do.
And that's probably why it took so
That's
fucking
why
long
they
for
not
them
giving it, but
to give us the fucking money. But that you talking, all of us, we will run this.
That's local government
We
though.
can-
That's
and
local
we
government.
can run it right now, but you got so many people that they have built. First of all, this system has came and conquered. It has done its job. It has divided us so damn deeply that we can't even sit down together and properly get the correct amount of money together because we want to fuck each other over and not work together.
Exactly.
The system has taken us to a place where I'm not even gonna say that. If we actually sat the fuck down, worked the fuck together, got together, did exactly what these white folks and all these other races are doing and work together, we would literally take over.
Yeah.
I don't think people really understand that.
And they
We
don't
would
understand
take
how much power
over.
we
We have so
possess.
much power. That's why they keep trying to put us at the bottom. How many times have they tried to kill the black race?
So many.
How many times? And we still here.
We
What do that tell you?
Bitch.
It's been over 600 years since I ain't even gonna say started, because I'm pretty sure they were trying to kill us way before
We
then.
influenced
We saw
the
it.
fucking
Everything.
United States.
But no, yeah,
Not
hey,
influence,
and that's
we
why
built it.
that's
We
why I
built
like.
it with our bare hands.
But that's why I was
literally built.
I was watching
With our backs.
the Watchmen, the series. Anybody ever seen the Watchmen series?
Yeah.
So that it just was like a reminder that, and it's the crazy part is yes, with Regina King, amazing, and the crazy part is when it came out, it was so much backlash, and the backlash from YT people, and that is the whole fucking problem. Like that's why people feel like Lovecraft Country don't deserve a season 2. That shit blew me away when I heard it got canceled. It got canceled. I'm like, either she had to pitch something. They probably put her on the spot and asked for a pitch, or they
She was on 227 with Brandy.
we gotta do it one way, but keep the
Oh,
keep
my
the
bad.
thought.
Yeah.
Keep the
I'm
thought.
sorry.
But all that good shit. Anyway, so it's a lot of different shit going on, and I want y'all take on some of these things because it's not a lot, but it's a few things. Because I was thinking about the fact that Jamie Foxx is considered one of the most talented people on the planet.
Listen, and motherfuckers be. I'm not gonna go ahead and let you speak. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I got hyped.
I'm glad you're excited. I'm glad you're excited. And John Legend is a EGOT recipient. Meaning,
He got the EGOT? John
technically,
Legend got the EGOT.
you got damn right.
Wow.
He is the most talented man on the planet. I don't know how many. I want to look that up.
Damn, I didn't
Like,
know that.
who
You just-
are all?
you learned something new every
He
day.
got some recipients. It's only a handful of them.
Damn. It is. It's only about, what, 10, 12 of them?
Black wise is maybe
It's maybe
Three.
four.
Like three or four.
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on. We got John Legend. Okay, all right.
Damn, he got
Yeah, I'll let y'all
What
know
was
when
his
it's somebody
Oscar
y'all know.
for?
Whoopi Goldberg.
What was
Whoopi
his
Goldberg.
Oscar for?
Give me a sec. Oscar to his resume in 2015 for his song "Glory," which was featured in the movie Selma.
Ooh, Selma, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
See,
Okay.
them Bills be, man.
Okay.
They influence, man.
So,
Okay. Yeah.
so with that being said,
Damn.
is that just all it takes? Is the fact that you got the awards, or like, I'm pretty sure the people. I've never been to a John Legend show.
You
I've never
know-
been to a Jamie Foxx show.
Yeah.
I've never seen him live. I've never seen him do things, but I've heard the stories of Jamie Foxx just going into places and just taking them bitches over. And he's the MC tonight, and he doing all type of shit. He's singing, cut the music. I'm singing tonight, and it's like you don't right, bless you. You don't kind of hear them stories kind of about John Legend, but you do hear or see he shows up and he puts out the slaps. I mean, come on, like, wedding song to this day.
right.
It's like,
Ordinary people.
that's one.
All of me.
That's one. All of me
That's
is
the one.
the one,
That's the
though.
one.
All of me is the one. Like, that's the crazy part. Like, so, like, I can't even weigh anything Jamie Foxx even has to,
Comparable to that. I mean, music wise, no.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
and that's, we can
Yeah.
keep it in the
I can
realm
see
of
where
music,
you're coming
Mm-hmm.
from.
but it's like a talent thing as well. Because at the same time, he got all of these different achievements in these different fields.
Right.
But it's like his ability to play piano so well.
You.
Singing.
Sorry.
He ain't
I
do too much
gotta
acting.
I gotta
He ain't do too much
compare,
acting, though.
Like,
He ain't do too much acting, though.
Because Jamie Foxx, John Legend can't walk in front of a crowd and get them laughing and have them rocking all night either. Like, you get what I'm
John.
saying?
You talking about John can't.
Yeah, John can't and
Right.
whatnot. Jamie Foxx can. Like, you can never compare like two different artists and whatnot. That's why I tell
But-
people like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
they definitely are
That's
on
the-
two different scheme of things. But what a lot of people don't understand is with these awards, yes, it is a high achievement, but there are ways
Let's go.
to get to that high
Let's
achievement.
go.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you really, to be a musician, you have to know how the music industry works. This shit is rigged just like anything else. Like, I can make a crispy ass resume today and say, like, my top skill is customer service and medical assistant. I done been to school for medical assistant. I can make a crispy ass resume saying that I worked here for 2-3 years, knowing damn well I was only there for 2.5 months. You know what I'm saying? I can make this crispy
Make it
ass
say
resume
crazy.
and make that shit look good, market myself good, and get it and be good. You know what I'm saying? That's how a lot of motherfuckers have gotten away with scams and shit. So it's like, logically, you gotta look at it on a different scheme of things and be like, damn, it kind of take the excitement away from things. It kind of takes like the talent away from things, and it kind of takes like the obvious that most general people look at in the scheme of things. It takes all of that away. It takes all of the physical emotion away. But you do have to look at it that way, because there is going to be times where in life, especially working in entertainment, you may have to turn your scheme into something else. to get whatever it is you're trying to get to.
Right.
I'm not saying that it's ethical. I ain't saying it's right. You know what I'm saying? But motherfuckers do it.
Hey,
People do that shit. As long as you got that cheese, money talks. Money talks for
You
sure.
gotta give
You
it
gotta
this.
be
Give
careful.
it this. Jamie Foxx. One thing that John Legend will never be able to do that Jamie Foxx has won an Oscar for is acting. Okay.
Exactly.
Jamie Foxx will. I'm gonna call this right now. When Jamie Foxx, when they drop that Mike Tyson movie, Jamie is gonna get another one for that because just based off of
they got Jamie playing.
yes.
Stop fucking playing.
So when that drops, I'm calling that right now. Remember y'all heard
He's
this.
working on this for years.
Yeah.
He got the top 5 talents. He got singing, playing. I'm sorry.
No, I'm gonna let go. But I'm calling this today. Jamie is gonna get an Oscar for this role. The reason being is because he has the ability to capture the emotion, the anger, the mayhem that was Mike Tyson. He been friends with this man while he been going through all this shit too. So he been there firsthand with him, and Mike handpicked him to play him. Okay, now that's one thing John Legend will never be able to do. That alone is putting Jamie in another stratosphere there.
Cause you know that this nigga know you better than anybody else currently in your current life phase.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that you done told this nigga all type of stories. You know that this nigga has observed your every move. Right. So you know that when he delivered that message in that movie, it's raps.
It's coming from here. It's coming
and he already got what, 2 Oscars? He got one for Ray, and what was the other one for?
I think he might only got the one.
He might only got the one for Ray. Listen, he can sing, he can act, he can play musical instruments, he can dance. Yeah. And what's the 5th act? I know it's 5 acts altogether. If you can do all 5 of them, you are untouchable in the industry, in the entertainment industry. He can host. That's what it is. Host. He can host. He can host a party. All of that. Like, he is. So many people sleep on him, but them the people you gotta observe. Them the people you gotta look after. Like, them the people you gotta really know. Like, okay, they really know how to maneuver their way into this entertainment industry.
Right. Jamie, and he been doing it for so long. He know what he doing.
Yeah.
Jamie got 2. He got 2 Oscars.
18 and 19. He been doing this shit. So yeah.
Yeah, they gonna really come hard because they gonna try to compare it to Ali. That's gonna be a good battle weights and whatnot.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to bring y'all back. We can talk some shit about Mike Tyson versus Ali.
Yeah.
Put them boys' heads up against each other.
Oh yeah, that'd be dope.
But who do you
that's
think
fire.
will go against? Who do you think will go against Denzel? Who you think will go against Denzel?
Denzel.
That's tough. I feel like the only person who really can go against Denzel will probably either be not Omar Epps, but who was the nigga that played? Who was the nigga that was the leading role in Boys in the Hood? I always mix that.
You talking about
Terrence Turner?
Good.
No.
You talking about Cuba Gooding Jr.?
Oh, you talking
Whoa,
about
whoa.
Between him and Jamie. In my personal
Hold on,
opinion.
y'all.
But Jamie is good.
Jamie
is good.
He had his run.
When he hit Snow Dogs with that
He
motherfucker
did have
win.
his run.
He damn sure had his run.
Denzel is consistent over time. Only person who I would say can battle with him, it would have to be a damn Will Smith type of thing.
Let's go.
That's probably like the only
Because Will
type
Smith
of
consistent.
Yeah.
At least a year and a half, 2 years, he dropped something.
his hit. He got
Anything.
hit
Whether he
blockbusters
got
every
blockbusters,
time.
And if you want to go award for award, they both only got 1 Oscar. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. That right there, that's an even.
Check it out. It's 2.
Jamie would be a good battle with.
This a good little debate right here. Like, this a good little conversation starter. Who would go against Denzel Washington?
No, hold on. We all forgetting. We
In the
bullshit.
verses, if they was to act out they
Not
most
Will
famous.
Smith.
Who?
Wesley fucking Snipes. The fuck is y'all talking about can battle with Will
But
Smith? Wesley,
yeah.
think about it. Wesley Snipes. He the one brought superheroes back. Marvel Studios was about to go down. Blade brought all the Marvels that we got now. When
But
that
you gotta
happened,
think
they
about, like,
filed
how you
for bankruptcy. Blade was the last movie that kept Marvel open. If
But
it
how
wasn't
you
for
said,
Blade,
though?
it was one.
But how you said though, it gotta be on a consistent basis.
But
so
when Wesley
Will
fell
Smith
off,
is the only one.
hold on. When did Wesley
Blade
fall
fell
off?
off for like a
when he
good
went to
6
jail?
years.
He definitely
Yeah,
fell
but
off.
you can't count
He
it.
definitely fell off.
I mean, but that was still a
Taxes
lull in
and
the career. You
shit,
can't
like,
count it, but you
He
can.
fell off for a little
No,
bit.
real
He
shit.
fell
But
off for a
Denzel
minute.
stopped doing projects and went to theater for a long time and came out,
Yeah.
pop up with Equalizer out of nowhere. What was the Denzel last movie before that?
Plot twist. Idris Elba.
Idris
Elba.
ain't
All right, man. Hey, you look.
had one of the ones, Jay.
You don't have a hot take.
That's
Yeah.
She
had
don't
one
have a
of
hot
the
take.
Hey, hold on.
Yeah.
That one movie
Yeah.
just came out
Focus, you
with.
ain't really said
That
that.
No, I'm saying you don't have a hot take here.
Yeah, that shit was
Now that shit was hard.
That's not a hot take.
That shit
That's
was
not
hard,
hot
but that wasn't no Denzel
I
type
think so.
shit.
What was it
Well,
called?
who
The Harder They
knows?
Fall?
We gotta say that Denzel.
Y'all really
Hold on,
is
we
the
all gotta be
greatest
on
black-
one. We
Yeah,
all gotta
hold on,
be
my
on
bad,
one.
my
Like,
But we all generally agree that Denzel Washington is the greatest black actor. Like, he's the greatest black
Yikes.
actor of all time.
yikes.
Okay, if we don't start there, then we ain't got no base. So, collectively, as an audience, in this room right now, as a black community, who do we all agree is the greatest black actor of all time? Actor, not music. We think about just strictly movies. Acting.
No.
We gonna go with
Acting.
Acting
going with
only.
acting.
How far are we gonna go down this hole? That's
We
what I
can
wanna
go as far as
Anybody.
let's say
Anybody.
the 60s, because we grew up on 60s, 70s.
No, it should be
80s.
anybody. We gonna say actor.
know. Really?
You think
Yeah.
anybody?
So we gonna say
but
actor.
some of us in this room may know people.
Sidney
further back than
Poitier
we do. I
or
would definitely say
Sidney Poitier.
Sidney.
Off top is the best actor. If you
And
gonna
he
talk
been
about
acting
black
since
acting,
50s, 60s, so I think that's fair.
he was
That's
the
stretch through generations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A
That's
generational, all-time greatest black male actor.
Sidney
Who do y'all
Poitier.
agree? I'll say
I would
Sidney
give you
for
Sidney
sure.
Poitier
I'll
just
give
because
you
he
Sidney.
stretched
And
generations.
he won multiple
Generation.
He stretched
Emmys,
generations.
Everybody
He's
know
still
about
right.
it. Little
Oscars,
kids
all
still.
that.
Yeah, that man is probably one of the most relevant
When he
transcendent
died, it broke my
actors
heart.
of all time.
Yeah.
Not even just as a black actor. If I'm not mistaken, he might have. If I'm not mistaken, he might have been one of the first black male actors to win an Oscar.
Thank you.
Okay?
No, you
So
talking.
how you feel?
Now
How
you
you
talking
feel?
facts.
You ain't-
Okay.
You talking
You
facts.
bobbing your head, but how you feel, Focus? How you feel? Cause I know you know a nice, good, broad spectrum of actresses and musicians and shit like that. So how do you feel? Would you agree that Sidney Poitier is of our generation the greatest actor of all time?
That's rough.
Well, he died in
It's
our time.
really rough.
In our generation. I think
He was a great.
96. She
something
was
like
old
that. It
as
was
hell.
crazy. It was last year or a year.
He was
before
on
that.
it, but we only talking about males. We ain't talking about females. Male black actors
Yeah,
period.
females different.
of greatest of all time of our generation. Everybody in this room is 30 and up, right? Or 29.
I'm not admitting to
28,
that.
29, 28 and up, right? So of our generation, who do you feel is the greatest black actor of all time? I like to hear your perspective because your perspective is
So, somebody who has done roles in movies that have stood the test of time over and over again for more than decades and has really fucking crushed shit for as long as I can remember. And so for me, it's Sidney Poitier is good. Pioneer. Set the path for a lot of people to do a lot of different shit. All of that's pretty fly. But you know what I'm saying? I don't listen to the Sugar Hill Gang, no.
right. Right, which is a good thing.
I don't listen to the Sugar Hill Gang. So I'm showing up for a different generation of movies. And the person who I would fucking put at the forefront of all of these niggas, Samuel fucking Jackson. You goddamn right. This nigga has been in classic after classic. This nigga was in Star Wars. This nigga has been in every fucking thing. And he pulls off the role and he do it. And he do it.
If we was talking about those types
No, nigga, you gave like an artsy political answer. They agree with your artsy shit. Fuck that. Nigga Samuel L. fucking Jackson.
We started.
I'm sorry, Samuel. I'm sorry, Uncle.
Samuel ain't
Uncle Jackson. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to forget you right there. I'm so sorry I slept on you, but yes.
Samuel L. Jackson plays Samuel L. Jackson. Hold on, we talking about actor. We not talking about you coming in the movie and playing Samuel L. Jackson, same as Morgan Freeman. He plays Morgan Freeman in every movie.
Hold on, let's bring everybody right there. You started. We going off of where he started. He started with EGOT.
Right, but. I
He
feel
did
like
say
he coming
EGOT.
from too because you gotta look at it.
I'm leading y'all down the path.
Every Samuel L.
That's all I'm
Jackson
gonna say. We
character.
started right where you began. That's
But you
where
gotta,
we
EGOT, okay.
It went from EGOT
but
to.
let's think about it though. I see where he coming from, and I don't mean to take over your podcast. I'm sorry. I just feel so passionate about shit like this. But my thing is, when it comes to Samuel, how he's looking at it from his perspective is like how you said, every Samuel character, you know what you gonna get. You know what I'm saying? Like, Samuel always put his own aspect of his own personality into every character that he plays. So it's like you gotta expect something when it comes to Samuel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I can see where he come from when he say one of the greatest, because he's an EGOT too.
Oh,
And he
he's
definitely is one of them goats.
Yeah.
Oh,
For
definitely.
sure in a black community, because he been acting, and then not even mentioning how he started, because he started as a drug addict.
Man.
He had just got clean, not even a full year clean.
He got kicked out of school for locking himself in the
and a lot of
university.
people don't know that.
And
So-
refused to get out the thing.
Refused to get it, yes.
And they arrested him.
So you
kicked
gotta
him out.
look at it as, okay, he
silly, dog.
beat addiction, he got his degree, and he played his motherfucking role in every movie you put him in, and it was always a good asset to the movie, because he knew exactly how to play his personality into a specific role.
He got acting
So
about
it's
40
like-
He
years
just
old.
embodied it. He embodied that.
He
just
embodied
always-
it into his personal personality.
It became
But
that
you
person.
always expect some type of Samuel L. Jackson type shit. That's where I agree with you on that type of
Yeah,
aspect.
you know it's gonna be
But-
Sam. Sam coming to Sam.
Yes, but I do agree. I gotta agree with Focuz. Like, I gotta agree, he definitely in the top 5. And when it comes to top 5,
off
when
top.
we talking about the topic that we talking about, you gotta
That's
think
easy to call
of
there.
like
That's an easy
not
call.
just the awards, because awards can be bought. Let's
Right.
keep it real. Awards can be bought.
Thank you.
But let's talk about talent, pure talent in the black community. And I feel like with him having the background that he had and him beating the shit that he beat,
Bless you.
Samuel is definitely top grade, definitely top tier, definitely.
No,
So I think him and Sydney are definitely top 3.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, we
Like
got
you gotta respect it. You gotta respect it. But
Can we say James Earl Jones too? I don't know if
James
y'all-
Earl
He's
Jones
better
is a
as
top tier,
voiceover.
but
Better as
He
a
one of
voiceover.
those,
He's better
He
as
on
a
the wall.
voiceover.
He up there on Mount Rushmore.
Okay, yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like Samuel Jackson, I'm saying Samuel Jackson's probably
Top
my
5.
favorite actor.
Yeah.
I will
Because
to this
James
day.
Earl, yeah.
I will to this day watch The Negotiator every time I see
Yeah,
it.
hey.
To this day, I will watch Black Snake Moan every time I see it.
Yes,
Any
okay.
Marvel
Pulp
movie that Pulp
Fiction,
Fiction,
okay.
any movie that man is in, and he the lead role, I'm gonna watch it because
You
I love
got
all
to.
his movies, man.
Facts.
'Cause you
Even
know
Snakes
that
on
he
the
gonna
Plane.
come
I'm about to say, if I'm high enough, Snakes on the Plane gon' go.
And when it comes
Exactly.
to your talent, you gotta think, okay, my talent is my talent.
Mm-hmm.
So how I feel that talent should come from is how I feel as an individual, how that talent will come from. You feel me? So I feel like he bring his own personality to each role, but every time he bring it to each role, he delivered. Delivered every time. So it's not a miss. It's not a miss. But I feel like it's definitely a top 5 in the black community alone.
Oh, fact.
In the black community alone.
We gonna have to get
Anybody
that
in here
back. We
mixed with
definitely gonna do that
anything
again.
else, I ain't
Yeah,
trying to
big fact.
offend. You know, you gotta be aware of that shit nowadays. I ain't trying to offend nobody. Anybody in here mixed with anything? Do you know of?
With nigga.
Cause all I know is I'm blackity black. I'm nigga.
I mix with nigga.
Do you know if
But-
you
Oh,
mix
yeah, I
with
got some
shit,
Irish.
everybody mixed with
I'm about to
I-
say.
Everybody
Now,
got
when you
Irish.
say
we
nigga,
ain't nothing but a bunch of mutts.
You got some
mutts,
Shit.
we out here.
Yeah, we
You got some good
natives.
hair.
Yeah, we from South Carolina.
All right, all consensual touching on sets. You know what I'm saying? I just hope, like, yeah, make sure everything's good. Because speaking of which, not even which, but it's a lot of shit going on, and I've been thinking that Jay-Z, you gotta be the best rapper ever, dog. I'm sorry.
Ever?
Ever.
Or in our generation?
Ever.
You gotta be specific.
He didn't
Nah,
stretch generation
Ever.
too, so we can go
Ever?
everywhere with that.
Like,
Ever.
okay, so when you think about ever, you got to think about
Ever and ever.
1900s to where we
1900s, niggas was rapping.
Like, 'cause our generation is only really from the 1960s. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah.
But rapping
So
wasn't
our
invented
generation
till-
is
Right.
not
Yeah, yeah, it ain't started
Right.
around the 70s
Okay,
and
So
80s.
like-
if you say ever, you really got
If you wanna get-
last century. You
wanna
gotta
get
be
technical?
Now look, if
specific.
you want to get technical,
Okay, let's get technical.
Jay-Z is better than Gil Scott-Heron. Like,
Okay.
He's
Like-
better than
That's
Curtis
a
Mayfield.
terrible
he was like the first one I heard rap
agree.
on.
Curtis
like,
Mayfield definitely was rapping on "I'm Your Pusher Man." Okay,
Who
so
you think is the best rapper of all time then?
I just
know, we
like
know you think it's
Hey.
Jay-Z.
it's
but
him.
it's Jay.
It's him. The
It's Jay
discography.
right
Not he
What
didn't
makes
write.
it him?
He didn't reign over everybody, but he had a continuous run that didn't stop until he chose to. He stopped it and then kept going again and wasn't bad. And it wasn't bad. Nothing he ever dropped was bad. It was top tier. He got multiple classics. Now some people think that Reasonable Doubt is a classic.
Reasonable Doubt?
People think that Reasonable Doubt is a classic, and it is his first album, quote unquote. But I want to talk to y'all about it. I want to get to the bottom of it because it's like this whole like everybody's saying stuff about stuff because it's trendy and cool, and you're supposed to say what you're supposed to say because that's what everybody says. You know what I'm saying? But that's not what we about here. I'm here for the hot tizzy. And guess what? We gonna talk about this fucking Reasonable Doubt. I want y'all to be honest. Don't worry about it. Don't even worry, because we here for the contizzle. Contizzle. But, alright, I'm going to do all of the shit that's normally done. I'm not going to guess his record sales. I'm just going to tell you. So, normally, my homeboy Bones is here with us. He'll go and predict or try to remember what the first week numbers were.
Before we get into this next session, can I come sit on the couch?
Now you can.
I
I want to get comfortable. I don't feel comfortable in this chair. This chair uncomfortable as shit. Alright, wait, damn, see? I knew that shit. Things happen.
Boom, boom. I'm gonna crush you. Oh, my bad.
I done fucked up the whole dialogue. My bad.
It's all good. Because I know exactly what we about to do. So, Reasonable Doubt is considered a classic amongst hip-hop heads across the country. It was a slow burn and across the world. It was a slow burn. When it came out, I was not off the porch. I don't remember shit about shit. Detroit is Detroit. So whenever back then, in that era of music, when it was CDs and tapes and all that good shit, we used to get the music last. If it's anything that I remember, it's that we got that shit last as fuck. Nobody knew what the new shit was because Detroit was Detroit. And that's our market. We get the shit late, but all of our shows are local. It was a good time. The thing about Reasonable Doubt is because it was such a slow burn and such a great album, here at the Wake and Bake Podcast, we don't talk about something because the music was good, but the criteria for these albums is specific. We need lasting power. We need impact. We need the intangible things, like the different things outside of that they were actually doing in the streets and different things of that nature to actually promote it. The lyrics, production, everything got to come into it. And it's the staying power that I'm going to go ahead and announce right now that I think is the key to this whole discussion right here with Reasonable Doubt. Now, my homeboy Bones usually comes in and predicts the numbers for us. So, he's usually spot on. Sometimes he's spot on. Sometimes he's off as fuck. And he would have probably guessed that this did... Let me see. Hold on, wait. I gotta find it now.
What we talking about? Overall?
Yeah.
No, first week. First week.
Reasonable Doubt.
420,000.
Okay, I'm forgetting the time.
420,000.
I'm up on Apple Music because
Yeah.
I want to know. I want to get my
Album sold.
Right, yeah. So this was 420,000. But you hear though, so you can see the screen too. Cause I got it here. I'm about to go through it all. So yeah, he did 420,000 first week. Great. That was some ideal shit.
That was normal.
Yeah, that was some ideal shit.
What year was this again?
This was 96.
96.
I definitely wasn't outside. I was not outside.
No.
Like, my mom said, just brought home Windows and shit. I'm like, this is fly. Like, Windows 96, this is hard. Like, what do I... And I just started trying to figure that shit out. Like, that was that day. But, singles include Dead Presidents, Ain't No Nigga, Can't Knock the Hustle, Feeling It. Now, these joints is hard. Something to remember for a lifetime. They can come out on the radio, though. And I don't think the kids really respect Jay-Z the way that our generation does. And that's an issue. Like, you know, like what song do you think you could turn on at the kickback and you just invited a bunch of people? Like, you don't know who's who, but you know you got younger homies, you got older cousins or whatever. Like, you got people of all ages coming to this place and you can create a vibe. And I don't think Reasonable Doubt songs belong in that equation at all.
I agree. Because I really don't even remember those song titles. But I can think of maybe Excuse Me Miss. Something that I'll play at like a kickback.
Right, super newer, way newer.
And that's way past 96. So
that's 2000.
Reasonable Doubt, yeah, that's a little...
He didn't start getting bops or you know what I'm saying, what they call now.
No.
He didn't start getting those until In My Lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
In My Lifetime is when he started getting those. Because his brand was growing. He was around big and all of that, so everything was moving the way it was supposed to. Damn, and they was doing what they had to do. Around that time, that's when he had to join with Mary J. Blige. You know what I'm saying? He had them joints. You know what I'm saying? It's just it wasn't really known. Now when he get there, you know what I'm saying? Then you thinking about Hard Knock Life and you know what I'm saying? All those different types of
And
tracks.
that was all 2000 or 01.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And that's when it really was. That's when Jay was really going to it.
Stop dreaming, I leave your body steaming. Niggas is fiending, what's the meaning? I'm meaning on any nigga.
I gotta bring my speakers up here.
Well, we gotta understand Detroit bias on music for sure, cause like
We are.
we listened to back then. Niggas was listening to the Cheddar Boys. Niggas was listening to Team Eastside. You had all the shit. You know every like when Detroit songs niggas be in the club. You just hear Detroit songs the whole time, and you be like, God damn! Like you might catch a Jay-Z pop in here and there and shit, but in Detroit, our music real biased because you got the hood niggas who paying the DJs and that shit just going back and forth and whatnot. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I don't know, my daddy only listen to like, you know, Detroit shit and whatnot.
Can you do
might catch a Jay-Z though, you know, here and there. Or like,
here and there.
Every here, you know, that's just every here. If you got a chick in the car with him or something, he throw a little Jay-Z home.
Let me spit something nice.
Hey.
But other than that,
you want to hear that?
we biased as fuck, and I completely agree with that. We are definitely biased, like you said. You'll walk into the whole joint. All right, I got this new single. All right, I'm about to go pay the DJ.
Hey, boom.
And them
That nigga
motherfuckers
feeling that
so-
bitch.
Yeah.
But
And if they
everybody in
feeling
that
it,
bitch.
They in that motherfucker, bobbing that motherfucker. So I definitely agree. I agree with that shit.
Yeah, look at I don't know if y'all remember Rich Ken. Shout out to Rich Ken. All white Buffy's got the whole motherfucking money on the low, nigga. Hey, quit playing, nigga. He threw out one hot joint, man. That shit went crazy. It was every.
And that was a lifestyle track here for the city. You know what I'm saying?
Thank
so
you.
that's what
That's
I
what
was going to based off of what y'all was saying. Where Rollies don't TikTok. So the sound that Detroit created and the sound that Detroit fed off of came from Oakland and the West Coast. Off the rip. As I'm looking at this track list, you don't see nothing but West Coast cats. Daz Dillinger. Who else was on here? Spice One. I'm talking like these people that you just ain't gonna know. You know what I'm saying? Be legit. E40. You know what I'm saying? That's where Detroit's thing come from. Them hearing a New York nigga, like they wasn't on New York. We wasn't never like really on New York niggas then. So hearing that type of rap outside of like Biggie and them, Puffy created. He was the first hip hop machine because he created Big and Big was so dope. He knew how to make hot records. But along with that, we had Big able to spit crazy like nobody else.
But you can't say Detroit. Detroit was a hub of music even back in the 60s. And most of the people rapping, they granddaddies was the niggas doo-wopping and shit. Like, you even hear Peasy talk about how his grandparents and shit used to sing, like, had singing shit. And you hear about a lot of other musicians and shit out here, like, who grandparents came from that. Like, a lot of if you listen to some of the samples, most people sample, you know, old school, you know, what's the I can't think of the fucking name right now. I want to say the Tops. It's not the Tops though. PC had this little smooth sample that went viral and shit. I can't think of it right now. I'm too fried.
It happens.
Yeah.
But Jay was at the beginning of the cusp of, you know what I'm saying, being one of them. And he got to the point to where he turned himself into one of them, along with Dame and all of them, because they was part of that. But he understood how to.
Dame was the business.
Yeah, Dame was the one that, like I said, it's like he was the Puff. He was Puff. You know what I'm saying? He knew how to market Jay, and Jay knew how to talk that shit. But along them lines, Jay, he figured it out. You know what I'm saying? That's what to me would make him the greatest rapper of all time.
All right.
He figured that part out.
Right. And so I'm about to go through the track list real fast, and we gonna go ahead and give our final thoughts on whether it's a classic or not. So, Can't Knock the Hustle featuring Mary J. Blige. Politics as Usual. Come on, dog. Like, going crazy. Brooklyn's Finest. I wish he could swap Brooklyn's Finest with I Love the Dough. I wish he had I Love the Dough, and then Brooklyn Finest would have been a B.I.G. song. Dead Presidents 2. I preferred the video version of that. You want money like Cosby, who wouldn't? What's to stop me from thinking your niggas ain't really trying to get no pudding? Them niggas got them kind of dreams from Jeff. I'm in the streets, nigga, make your moves, get your mail. Like, that was the version. That was the one. Like, but Dead Presidents 2 was alright. It was what it was. Feeling It, of course.
The more and more you go through it, I'm hearing them ones.
You know what I'm saying? He
got
got joints.
Yeah, he got some joints.
They joints, but like the way that they lived, like you really have to be a specific type of fan. Like you can't just. That's the problem. You can't just turn on a Jay-Z song or from this at any party.
Right.
You can't do that. It got to be very specific type of people there. But so yeah, man. With all of that being said, because Friend or Foe is on here, like it's classic shit here. It's just something that I'm just not comfortable.
So I forgot, Ain't No Nigga was on here with Foxx.
Ain't No Niggas on here.
That was one of them commercial type songs,
right?
But it wasn't during the time period of the normalized type of commercial song. You know what I'm saying? Because he was writing for Foxy at the time too. So the song was very well made. Everything was laid out right. It just wasn't My Sunshine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It wasn't what was the track he had with Emil and Can I Get a Fuck You with Ja Rule and Emil on it. It wasn't those. So he had the formula then, it's just it wasn't conductive to what, you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna throw this shit on at the party. Everybody about to, you know what I'm saying, and that's the point. That's the point. Like the point you're making there. So, I mean, as a hip hop head, I consider that album a classic album. I consider a lot of albums classic albums that a lot of people wouldn't consider classics just because of I'm a student of the game. I love rap, all forms of it. I consider one of Juice WRLD's albums a classic. A lot of people gonna disagree with me on that part. XXXTentacion has a classic in my opinion, but I have a different ear. I listen to Linkin Park. I listen to Slipknot. I listen to System of a Down. So I'm gonna hear different shit in their music.
No, that's fact.
You know what I'm saying? It's Detroit albums that Big Herc has 3 classics to me.
Hey,
you feel me? Peasy
that's one of the
classic.
greatest lyricists.
Payroll got 3 classics to me. You dig what I'm saying? So my ear is completely different than everybody else's, man. But in that sense, with reasonable doubt, if we looking at an overall view, because y'all opinion matters most when it comes to music. Women are the biggest consumers of music. They will go out and buy the music. They will go out and buy the merch. They will go spend the money to go to these concerts, all that shit. And in that sense, we can't consider it a classic because I can't name 5 women that's gonna go strictly to a Jay-Z concert if he just performing songs off that one album.
Right.
So that's how I look at that like that.
Oh, that's facts.
Because that's just because that the biggest consumers of music worldwide are women. Okay? And I gotta look at it from that perspective. Because that's where he is now. He built himself up to the point to where he's able to do what he want now because of what he had to do, you know what I'm saying? And he made music that you gonna remember. He made music that you gonna purchase and actually reminisce about, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing like that on Reasonable Doubt for y'all. It's not.
Hey,
my wife young and she an old head. And she listen to the oldest music out here. But I promise you if I play some shit on Reasonable Doubt, she gonna.
Hey, all I know is this nigga Jay-Z, because this is Jay-Z appreciation, by the way. This is the appreciation of. What do you got for Reasonable Doubt, though? But hold on, wait. But this nigga made this, though. I wish I had my speakers, dog. I can let this shit rock. I gotta bring my speakers. Hold on. But you also got to be in certain circles. It's certain circles that appreciate Hov a little bit more, but that's why he's the best. And I'm going to keep that part of it alive. Jay-Z is the best rapper. But what do you think about Reasonable Doubt? Is it a classic?
I can definitely call it a classic. You call anything that's, over a certain amount of years a classic.
No.
If you think about, look at Cars.
That ain't how music works. That's not how music works, though. It's not how music works.
Man.
Because
any song we say that's a classic, they all got age on it.
that's not how music
That's
works.
not the same, though.
It's not how music works. I said the criteria, but when we started, I said that when I started. I try to say it every show, just in case you never caught us. Criteria includes lasting power is one of them. Big fact. Production, lyrics, commercial appeal, and then the intangible things that kind of came around it that affected the culture that you did that was cool. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, you probably did some fly shit. Like that's why the Black Album is one thing that's considered a classic. It's like he literally got niggas to not wear jerseys anymore. That came with the Black Album. Like it was a part of it. Like it was and that's why that is a different type of classic. Like that's more of a change clothes still go off. Still go off.
A cultural.
Yeah, change clothes will still go off.
Type of classic.
Yeah.
He took us from Nelly to with the big ass jerseys and shit to niggas trying to be smooth and shit.
And he did it with
that's facts.
He did that with ease, man. And that's what I'm saying. He's easily probably the GOAT when it comes to rappers. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna stretch from generation to generation.
Oh yeah, that's not an argument when it comes to rap.
Who really can make an argument with Jay-Z? You know what I'm saying? I can't even, and I'm probably one of the biggest Eminem fans. Eminem can't make that argument. You know what I'm saying? Eminem's music does not resonate with across races, across nations. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z does that. You know what I'm saying? Kanye
music
does.
Go with trauma.
All the people off of that Jay-Z tree. Just think about it. Everybody off that Jay-Z tree. You know what I'm saying? Kanye, Rihanna. If you want to add Beyonce to that, you know what I'm saying? Just, like, bro,
non-stop.
The cars, the aces he's throwing out, you know what I'm saying? Even without the bro, it's unstoppable.
Yeah.
The only one even close is Lil Wayne, and Wayne got Drake and Nicki. That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not even a competition at that point.
I ain't even talk Drake, man. That's a whole.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He Kanye. You know what I'm saying? He's Jay. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But Jay-Z is a grower. You know what I'm saying? He didn't. The fruits of his labor, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
If you went, even if you go back, Foxy, you know what I'm saying? Memphis, Camille, Benny Siegel, you know what I'm saying? Jay got
about that, yeah.
Hey, you play a game of spades with Jay-Z, bro. He got a flight. All time. He got a flight.
Talk about my nigga Cameron.
Yeah,
had a whole era.
Yeah. And that's the impact that Reasonable Doubt had.
Yeah.
All those. You know.
But you want to know something though? I will say you still had classics in between, like, cause you had the Wu-Tang who dropped. You know, everybody had their own little DMX when he rocked out. Damn near 3 million people on Spring Break or some crazy shit like that. Like Jay-Z ain't never.
No, I think it was a festival.
That was a festival.
It was a festival. Oh damn, it was a festival. It was a festival for Spring Break, wasn't it? Or it was just a festival in general.
I forget the festival.
Woodstock.
Yeah.
Woodstock. Okay,
Yeah,
it was. Okay, it was something crazy because it was all white people in that bitch. I ain't seen a flick of nigga.
But yeah,
no Melanin. Yeah, that shit was crazy.
I really honestly feel like Jay is untouchable in that sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, definitely on the thing.
Just being in that right that
like Jay ain't never had no white people in that bitch going crazy like that.
Jay
The Rough Riders had.
Jay-Z. He did a whole mashup album with Linkin Park, who was at the time the biggest rock and roll group in the fucking world.
Nah, you talking some shit right there.
Jay-Z did that. Jay-Z did.
With Linkin Park,
yes.
that album.
That mashup.
Man,
when
they
performed
live,
I become so numb, I can feel you there. Hey, I fucked with them niggas after that. And Lupe Fiasco mentioned them niggas too. And that's why I'm like, okay, I fucks with these guys. Like, I fuck with them. Like, yeah, man. Like, it's a lot of dope artists out there that owe their credit to their success to Hove, man. Like, go ahead, let them know. But what do y'all think in the comments? Did you I guess you said you ain't even super familiar with a lot of those joints, so you gonna tap out?
Not anything other than the hits.
Right.
I know all his hits.
Right, the hits.
You know.
Right.
But I don't know anything too in depth.
So go ahead and just throw a number out there, 1 out of 5.
1 out of 5, as far as what?
What you think of the album, or the what you can give us? What you got? Just give us something.
I ain't gonna lie. Like, I like Jay-Z during the Blueprint 3 album. I feel like I like the style that he switched up and turned into, especially with having a lot of his beats produced by Swiss Beats. And Swiss Beats, he know how to do some hood ass beats because he did a lot of DMX shit. But like, he went from a different angle on that album, and I like that about him. And since from that point forward, he gained me as a fan. And I like the 444 album. I like that album, even though he was going through some shit. You said what?
That shit dropped on my birthday, June 30th.
Oh, okay.
Right, you know it was lit. I know you was sitting down because we was sitting down. We was all in the room like, yo, midnight, it's going down. Get your blunts. We about to listen to this shit. Yes.
That shit the whole time.
Yes. Yeah, man, that's exactly how it went down. That was a moment in time that niggas remember. I had just moved into my new little crib or whatever, and it's not new, trust me, by any means. It's definitely from the 60s, but I had just moved into the crib, and I'm like, all right, it's lit. Like, we in this bitch. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but nigga, I got this. And we started moving around and shit. So that was a time, but that's a different conversation for a different day, I think. Overall, that might be a classic. I can't remember if we did Jay-Z's whole discography or not, but I don't think we've ever done Jay-Z at all. So I think we're going to slow burn it. Do it, album by album. But we are here for the overall appreciation of. So, yeah, I can kind of close out with that. I don't got shit else for it. And I also don't have shit else for y'all. Do y'all got any closing statements? Anything y'all want to just say about things?
Approach art open-mindedly. Look at it from every aspect. Don't just look at it from what you see. Learn the deep history behind it and really know what you're looking at and listening to.
That's hard.
Hey man, rest in peace to Hutch, bro. He was a very intricate part of the Detroit culture. He helped grow the Detroit culture. That regardless, I don't really know how other people really look at that. You know what I'm saying? But as a producer, in that sense, I came up with the Doughboys and Star Hot Boys and Team Eastside. Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? All everybody that's now RJ Lamont, all of them. I'm talking about from MySpace and all that. You did what I'm saying. So just I've been forefront watching the culture and the just the whole atmosphere, everything with the Detroit rap scene grow, and Hutch was like a very, very important part of that, man. Back from when he was in Northland over there by the goddamn Mason, you know what I'm saying, bro? When I was in Northland, bro, when I was in high school, you know what I'm saying, bro? I used to go over there like, damn, man, I can't wait to, you know what I'm saying? Like Dog was him in that brand, man. He made Detroit look industry. You know what I'm saying? He gave us that look. You know what I'm saying? That a lot of people didn't.
Detroit rapper starter kit. You gotta go to Hutch. You gotta go to Hutch.
Big facts.
That's real shit, man. But yeah, I just want to say, man, prayers to his family, his children. Most importantly, you know what I'm saying.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, man. And everybody, man, treat people how you want to be treated.
For real.
Try to love everybody, man, and consider what everybody is going through, even when you're not dealing with it. You never know what somebody's going through, man. That's it.
At the end of the day,
nobody saying that y'all still waiting on the peace from him, cause y'all not. You're not. Woo.
Let's go.
Y'all wasn't. Y'all ain't even happy. Y'all
I
ain't
hope
even
his
on.
family don't stop the money. Shoot.
No, they ain't
They better not stop. They better not stop the money.
They
Shit.
ain't doing
Y'all
that.
tell Rick Ross come grab some more of them bucks. Couple more pieces.
Hey, come on.
Just boost that Hutch brand a little bit more, man.
Hey, it's time to turn it up now.
Yeah, man. All y'all, they got them pieces from Hutch, man. You know what I'm saying?
Turn them into a martyr.
Let's just tag them. Shit. Look, y'all know how it go, man.
First of all, I mean, at this point, the way that shit gonna be falling right now, every piece that y'all done got custom made from this man gonna be worth some motherfucking money, because he is a legend. Point blank motherfucking period.
That's Detroit legend, bro.
Point blank period.
I don't even know him, but I pay my respects. I do. Because it's always sad losing somebody you love, and you losing a legend. Somebody who was close to you, somebody you knew, you know. It's not, I hate that.
Anybody that's important to this culture that we done built, and still building, you know what I'm saying? It hurt my heart. You know what I'm saying? I might not feel the same pain that everybody around them feel.
It's empathy.
Yeah, it's just being an empath and feeling that. You know what I'm saying? When we lost Rock and Snoop, and you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that, man. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, Dex and all that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. A lot of that is just
senseless shit.
Senseless, yeah.
Most of the rappers died of senseless shit.
Right.
Think about every Blade. Fucking Wipe Out. If you really want to get back to the where the
roots
shit
of the
really
shit.
was
Right.
starting and shit and whatnot, where like that real motherfuckers started losing their lives. Them was the first two motherfuckers in this long line of just Detroit rappers falling into the shit. PZ damn near been popped at twice already and shit. Like they already killed this man. Like it's so much like this shit's so goofy though. For what? Like you get, but we believe the lyrics and shit. People don't realize this all entertainment. Like we in it. Like I heard Vezzo say on the interview with Vlad and them, and him and PZ was on there. They was like, "Look, man, I ain't shooting no gags, doing any of that shit. This shit is entertainment. This is some shit." Lifestyle niggas didn't experience and let it go. Like none of that shit is like this. All a facade. Yeah.
On the breakfast.
That's what you got. But there was breakfast. Okay, it was one. Yeah, and I know like we gotta distinguish a facade is not real. I think that's what the young cats like. I say if we gonna leave a message, like y'all gotta understand this shit is just all a facade. Like entertainment is for your enjoyment and a watch, not to go out and ride around with a 50 joint. Drinking 3 pints of lean, nigga, you gonna die.
Yeah.
Right? You get what I'm saying? That shit it's music. It sound good saying 3 instead of 1.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? Like, don't take that shit as factual information. Some niggas live off that shit, man.
That's some. Majority of the
But
motherfuckers in this city.
I was just trying to make it easy for them, but majority of the
80% of the young, a lot of the young niggas, like a lot of this new generation, 80 to 90% of the motherfuckers believe every word that's coming out of these OG niggas' asses' mouth. Yes, they may have lived it, but that was then. That was for a period. These motherfuckers gonna live that whole shit for their whole day. What? You want to turn your whole 60, 70-year life into a 21-year life because you want to ride with your niggas.
Come on.
And them niggas, once your ass get up in behind bars, they not thinking about you. Once you hit that grave, or they gonna pour out 3 bottles of liquor for your ass, and then they out. They ain't thought about you after that motherfucking month. They ain't worried about you no more.
So would you say it's the OG fault? That's what like, is it the OG's fault? Because it's no like I was going through some shit and I wanted to talk to an OG and I realized I have no OG.
Ain't no more OGs. OGs extinct.
Boom, there you go.
I was gonna say that before you even got into that. OGs extinct.
There you go.
Yeah, no.
I just look at it. I
Okay, that's an agreement. That's why it was just me. I thought
they own OGs.
If you got kids, you the OG to your kids. It's my job. It's my job to make sure that my kids are knowledgeable and right from wrong and know what to do and what not to do, okay?
Yeah.
There's nobody out here no more teaching these young niggas out here that type of shit. You feel what I'm saying? And they less receptive to it now because they don't have
teachers.
any. Yeah, we are the teachers now, man. And it's up to us to do all of that. But man, listen, rest in peace to all the cultural figures here in Detroit that we've lost. And just overall, man, with a lot of this death that's going on, those kids down there in Texas, all that stuff, man. Look, just
that
for real,
shit
man.
sad as fuck.
Just
that
love,
shit
love, man. Love,
be
love.
happy, man. Be happy.
Yeah, be happy.
I
love,
just don't
love.
understand, like, what type of
Love
mindset
somebody.
do you have to be in
Love somebody.
to really,
But you gotta think about it.
really do that to somebody?
Some motherfuckers go through life and don't get hugs.
Yeah.
So look,
Hugs,
just to
compliments,
piggyback-
nothing.
Just
at
to
all.
piggyback off of what you said, with it being no real OGs left. We have no real parents. I ain't gonna say no, but
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
We don't have no more genuine parents. We got motherfuckers that just fucking have babies and having kids and they raise the motherfuckers. And that's what it is. We don't have no more of those. You know how we was in elementary school. We had the teachers that was pretty much your motherfucking mama. When you walk into them doors, they was correcting your ass. Or they was giving you props because you was doing something right. We don't got that no more. We got motherfuckers that's 3 years older that's teaching us how to do shit. And they not really teaching us these life skills.
Right now.
So when y'all say we don't have no more OGs, that's
they
where I
weren't
come
taught
from.
that shit. Yeah.
Because we don't got motherfuckers teaching us the shit that they was teaching us.
I'm teaching motherfuckers shit I didn't learn.
That's what I'm saying. I'm teaching motherfuckers.
And we
and
ain't
shit.
no older
Y'all
than anybody else for real.
See, look. Y'all all say y'all over 30. I'm 24. Bitch, I ain't know that. I'm 24. Yeah. I'm teaching motherfuckers that's 30 about basic ass shit that I thought that a motherfucker your age would already knew.
Oh, sorry.
That's some crazy ass shit to me.
No, that's big facts.
That's big ass motherfucker
Especially
facts.
at a young age.
A motherfucker stepping, like, say how we came in here today. We all done spoke to a motherfucker. It's motherfuckers that'll walk in this motherfucker and be like,
Right. Won't say words.
I was taught when I walk into a room,
No, hey, how you
doing?
nothing.
I don't give a fuck if I don't introduce myself. stuff
That
on
would
his
stop a
feet.
nigga from killing you.
Exactly my
Walking
point.
in the hood saying, what up,
A lot of
Unc?
shit.
man, what
What
a lot
up,
of
Unc?
shit-
He might not kill you or
Exactly.
rob you because
a
you
lot of
just said,
shit
what
in
up, Unc?
Detroit right the fuck now could be avoided by a simple hello, how you doing? How you
Acknowledge
feeling?
the-
A hug.
acknowledge that
A
respect.
hug when you was
Acknowledgement
5
and
years
respect,
old and you
bro.
ain't know what the fuck you was going through. Somebody giving you a hug.
Come on.
Somebody say, how you feeling?
Thank you.
What's your emotional state today? You know, when you was 16, you was in your motherfucking room. You ain't know how to let the motherfucking emotions out. Whether it was on a piece of paper, whether it was talking to somebody, whether it was screaming out your motherfucking window. You ain't know that shit. Because you don't have the right people in your corner. You ain't got the right motherfuckers in your surrounding. That goes back to motherfuckers just laying up with motherfuckers and not really wanting to be parents. And just
but
putting
you got-
kids out in this world, and now we all fucked up. And we got to figure out our own motherfucking way.
That shit fall into trauma though. You gotta think
Hell
about it,
yeah.
man. One of the biggest issues is that we latch on to the past and shit. We don't let it go, and all the new shit is building up while we still trying to deal with our past. And that's one of the things that like I even had to figure out to where it's like I can't bitch about shit my daddy did when I'm little. I'm 30 years old now.
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
I've been out like
You gotta
you
get that
can,
shit
but
off,
you
though.
want to know
You
something.
gotta get it off.
You can,
But
but
get it off.
But I didn't got it off already.
You
By
gotta get it
30,
off.
by 30, me and my daddy done had these conversations. I didn't express myself to him. If you ain't understand me by 30, it's like, come on, man. Like,
Yeah.
But even then,
Like
even
after a
then,
while, you
Yeah.
gotta let that shit roll
But
off.
I'ma
and
treat
like,
you as
know
it
what,
should.
it is what it
Okay,
is.
hold on. So,
But
You
even
gotta accept
then,
the
even
situation
then,
as what it
hold on.
is.
Hold on.
Okay,
So, give me a sec. I ain't
Like,
interjecting at
yeah,
all. But I do want to interject here because I hear what you're saying, but at the same time, like some people have lived lives where they've been able to be in a place where they can view their parents kind of as these superior people a little bit longer than others. You know what I'm saying? Like, not everybody kind of went through this shit. Some people's parents was like, yo, if you need to stay home a couple extra years past being 18, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, different things of that nature. Like, they didn't force me out. They kind of like, the fact, let me pay for little food and shit here and there. Like, yo, give me $100. I'll buy some groceries with it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Like, just keep standing there. But it's like, at the same time, though, you don't, until you realize it or have the conversation, because I did come from a household where pretty much asking questions was almost the equivalent to talking back. And so you didn't ask questions when you wanted to understand something. When I wanted to understand something, a lot of the stuff that I felt like my parents would be upset about me talking about, I would go to my brother, 4 years older. Ray gotta know. You know what I'm saying? Like, Ray gotta know the answer to this one, because I never asked my dad this. Like, when it came to girls and shit like that. Like, so a lot of conversations I never had. No, they were closer to our age. Like, they understood. My dad had braids and shit. That nigga was cool. Listening to all the newer rap and shit. Like, he was cool, and both of my parents were. But that was something that just was not encouraged. The environment of actually asking, well, can you explain exactly? You know what I'm saying? Like, because you're not explaining nothing to me.
You can't ask in the moment. Because in the moment, it's going to be, just do what I asked you to do and let's go.
No question.
You know what I'm saying? Don't ask me where we going, just get in this car and ride. We going to get there.
Hey, we there.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
It's about now, you gotta, your kids, like I do, like me and my wife do, is how you feeling? How you feeling
It's
mentally? How you
so
feeling
simple.
emotionally?
It's so simple.
You know what I'm saying?
It's so
We
simple.
gotta, you know what I'm saying, just change
Don't
that.
just say good. I want to know
I
how
want
did
to
you
know. I
really.
want you to
like,
tell
what's
me.
been on your
I
mind?
want you
Listen,
to tell me
good
how
ain't
you
a
felt
feeling.
this week.
Yeah.
What you went through. I want to know who said
Thank
what to you. How did that make you feel? When you
That's
felt
a
that way,
real
what
how
did
you
you do
feeling.
about that? What did you do
That's
about
a
the way
real
that
how
you
you
felt?
feeling.
Because when you ask those questions, that's when we get places. Until we, as the black community, start asking those, and fuck as parents, we as the black community, because at the end of the day, you my brother, you my sister. We responsible for each other. We responsible to make sure that each other heal, not just ourselves, because that's what every other race do. They gonna make sure that they fellow brother and sister is good in arms, point blank period. Whether it's we preparing to go fight, or whether it's we preparing to go physically or emotionally. If we about to go out and fight this emotional battle, I gotta make sure you good before you go out there. I'm not about to send you out there half-assed.
Yeah,
Nah,
exactly.
that ain't how it works.
Exactly.
But you want to know something? Just to add on to, as a black community, we are trying. You got people like Ned Zeke with New Era Detroit who go out here, and I see him walking through my hood and whatnot. I'm over there on Harper and Dickerson and shit and whatnot, and like they walking through. You get what I'm saying? Make sure people make it home, passing out things with a big U-Haul and whatnot. You have people there. They just don't get celebrated like our rappers do and whatnot. A lot of rappers fake most of the charity that they do. You see it in the interview. Neil was just talking about my boy Kid L joining and whatnot. Like a lot of people just say they doing stuff, but to be out there and whatnot, like it is people actually doing it. They just don't get that light. You got even people like Mary Sheffield and who actually like she come to a lot of the hood events and whatnot, like that Vezo throw on and whatnot, and show love to everybody who from the east side, the deep east and whatnot. Not knocking the west side or whatnot, but a lot of times the deep east get like you get through away and whatnot. I'm over there off Amdale. When I tell you
I had my family over off East State Fair. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, right down there. No, off top. Like
I already know how it be over there.
And that's what I'm saying. You don't get a lot of love that way. A lot of people throw it off, but people don't realize that like you get some of the kindest people in those worst areas. Like I go to the store, I know half the people. Like we still got prostitutes on Harper.
But you know what? Them same prostitutes, them same drug dealers, them same motherfuckers that put other people in the ground. Them be the same motherfuckers that'll protect you. The same motherfuckers that'll give you the love that your mama and your daddy ain't never gave you.
That's that cognitive dissonance right there.
They got such a negative. They got such a negative perspective that we'd be like, okay, no, I'm not going around that nigga because he shot like 4 people. Not saying that's right.
But I love Ricky. That's my dog.
Ricky done kept me from a whole lot of shit. Ricky done paid my bill bonds. Ricky also paid for my groceries. I'm saying.
That nigga helped my grandma up the stairs when she fell.
When that property that my uncle had,
the dynamic of Detroit, the dynamic of the ghetto, the dynamic of hoods all across America.
Can I give a definition, man? Look, cognitive dissonance is where you think everything is one way and it's really and something else different happens and occurs and it throw everything in your world away or whatnot. And a lot of times when you live in the hood or around those certain areas, when you get to going to different places, like I didn't have white people in my school until I went to Romulus and whatnot, and that was like a big shock. I'm telling my mom, like, I got white people in my class, like these niggas cool too, like that's a whole different thing. Like you only see white people as teachers, and whatnot, like as authority figures.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And the white person in your hood was blacker than you because they was their family was poor. You over there giving them niggas noodles, like, man, look, get white Jimmy some noodles, dog. Right. You know his daddy ain't feed his ass in 2 days. Like, it was those cultural differences and shit. I feel like that's how you connect Detroit, and then especially in the hood too. Like everything, like Team Eastside and them and whatnot, all them popping Peasy just bought a whole new sports team. You get what I'm saying? Like you seeing a lot of stuff becoming more legit in Detroit. We getting away from they say we scamming and all this.
But
it's a lot of legit.
Back.
Come on.
That's how we get back to it. Now, a lot of people look at our community and they be like, "Oh, well, y'all doing this, y'all doing that," but that's our way. That's still not our reparations. It's
that's
already
what makes us happy.
That's already ours. A lot of the shit is already ours. Y'all came in here, y'all spent y'all little white money, and y'all took that shit from us because it was already ours from the get go. But y'all took that shit from us, and this is our way of taking that shit right the fuck back.
It's about 200 years ago, y'all started this. 300 years ago.
But then y'all want to make us look like the motherfucker. Y'all want to make us like the bad person. So y'all want to say, "Oh, we stealing this and we stealing." Nah, but we gonna take this dirty money. You know, the money that we use from your cousin. You know that bought that from me. We gonna take that and we gonna flip this over here. We gonna flip all this over here. We slowly but surely we getting our city back. Point blank, we gonna get it back.
Think of the biggest trick that they did to us. They made us seem violent. Hillary Clinton and Joe Biden and them, they created us as super predators back in the 70s. And
That
what a
was real.
super predator,
That was
think
real.
about it, over 350 years of them beating and attacking people. Even in the 60s, my grandma and them, even with the riots, my uncle and them was out there taking TVs and shit. They was getting hit with dogs and shit and whatnot. But we are the fucking scary. We scary. We going to places, they scared of us. And they the real fucking terrorists and shit and did all the terrorist shit. That's the mind.
But see, here's the thing.
To your existence
Go
is
ahead.
always gonna be the biggest problem.
So, and that's the thing that pissed me off, though, is that when we having certain discussions, people don't want to get to the facts. We was talking earlier about the Atlanta episode, you know what I'm saying, and Dave Chappelle and the reparations thing, and it's like they try to distance it, but it's like, if we being honest, effects from slavery rolled into the 60s. Tulsa, Oklahoma happened. Y'all did mad shit to traumatize us. Y'all dropped dope in the community. Fucking Freeway Rick Ross is real, and he really did that shit.
How you think? But see, how you think he became an alcoholic? Y'all so you trying to tell me?
Fuck was we getting heroin from
How the
Detroit?
fuck? So how? Okay, so if we originated, and this is just off of what they say, if we originated in Africa, how the fuck we end up in America? This is a whole bed of motherfucking water. Oh, that's because y'all came over, kidnapped us from our country. You know, where we had our feet in the motherfucking ground. We was thriving. We was kings. We were queens. We were called by our motherfucking names.
All right, hold on. I gotta stop you there though, cause not all of us was. Some of them,
No.
some dirtbags was dirtbags. Some
Point blank
scumbags was
period.
scumbags.
Point blank
Scumbags birth
Point
other
blank
ones.
period.
Sometimes.
A lot of us is from here. That's the biggest
Yeah.
trick they
There you
told
go.
us.
Right.
You can't tell me y'all
Natives.
decimated a whole
Natives.
continent. We're not talking about a city. We
You
ain't talking
killed
about a
so
state.
many people to be
Y'all
here.
supposedly killed so. What y'all did was re-educated and
That was
turned
the
us
point
from.
I was getting to.
I know.
That
I seen it. That's why I was
the
getting you
point
back.
I
Go
was
ahead.
getting
Go
to.
ahead. Finish.
Y'all, they done took, when y'all say his story, because that's exactly what the fuck it
His
was.
story.
It's that white man's story. His story. They rewrote every motherfucking thing that we came, we did, we conquered. They took that shit, rewrote it, and used it to their motherfucking power. They fed that shit us. They still feed it to us. Why do y'all think that? And this constituted, what do you want to call it? Learning system. Because it's not a motherfucking learning system.
You know,
it's the
based
way.
off a
It's
German military system. Our school system is based off this.
I thought it was Persian. I thought it was
It's
Persian.
the Germans.
It's to
actually.
train us to be employees.
Yeah.
There you go.
So,
There you go.
So Germany
There you
did
go.
a research. The Nazi did a research to see how you can make more people more robotic and listen to air. Like some people get scared and run away in battle and whatnot.
Yeah.
So they wanted to where you can follow orders and everything. So it's a system they created.
Systematic.
And the person who was the forefather, I can't think of his name right now, of our school system, he went over there and learned that process and brought it back over
that
to us
shit right
because
to
we
us.
had the Industrial Revolution going on. A lot of people
Fed
with
that shit
Carnegie
right
and all
to
them,
us.
we needed more workers who could sit there for more hours and produce. Just produce and shit.
So who was gonna do that? The motherfuckers that didn't have nothing. The
Come on.
motherfuckers that you literally
The slaves who got kicked off the
you moved
plantations.
them out of their comfort and forced
And
them
then
into
sir,
this shit.
come on.
Y'all done introduced us to this
New age
motherfucking
slaves.
y'all done introduced us to these new food levels, these new life structures, these new everything, these new diseases.
Diseases.
Because we ain't gonna talk about the way that y'all motherfuckers put syphilis in this motherfucking world. Oh, y'all done took these black men, these hardworking black men out of their
Yeah, come
motherfucking
on.
element. Okay, well,
Big
let me
fact.
try this healthcare package out on your ass.
Come on.
Come here, let
And
me
you
try
know
to
that
tell
was
you.
a vaccination.
That was a
given.
vaccination.
They was given
It
a
was a
vaccination.
vaccination.
Just as such. Come
Fuck
on.
out of here. But a lot of people don't even know that. They did that shit, and that's how the fuck syphilis happened. They tried that shit out on our working black men. So, on our working black men, without them, what do we have? Because the women at home, you done already told us, oh, we ain't worth shit, so we can't get out there and work yet. So, without our working black men, we don't have shit at home. So now we losing what we did have, what little we did have, and where we at? Right back at the bottom.
No,
And they've
that's
repeated this
That's facts.
over and over and
That's
over
facts.
and over
You
and
make just
over.
enough
Let me say
money,
something real
if that.
Just enough to
Let me
live.
say
Oh,
something
you're
real quick.
joking.
I just want to say something real quick, okay? just based off everything they be saying, because I know Focuz got to wrap this up. Listen, Kanye ain't crazy.
Show the fuck
I'm gonna tell y'all, listen to what this dude saying, bro. Because everything that y'all hearing right now,
Let's go.
Kanye ain't crazy.
Let's go.
All I'm gonna say.
Only thing I'm gonna say is he put himself in that position and shit too.
Yeah.
Because when I tell you like energy, like, cause eventually I'm gonna hit to a certain way of living too, where you getting a bunch of cheese and shit and whatnot. And I feel like if you don't have that understanding now with yourself and that self love and whatnot, like he put himself into a woman who had all type of situations going on and whatnot that he rapped against from College Dropout. I was a big Kanye fan when he dropped College Dropout. Like, I love that nigga. Like, he had me going through it. I'm going to college.
Album.
I ain't heard about
every
college.
Sunday.
He brought college into
I'm telling you,
existence
from
and shit.
9 to 1
Facts.
p.m., nigga. It was
Top.
Kanye.
Off top, no facts.
Get
Like,
up,
all
get your
facts,
ass
I
up,
mean.
clean this house up. Some days it'll be Anita, some
I'm
days
just
it'll be
saying,
No
Kanye.
facts or all facts.
I'm not dignifying.
I'm loving the nigga, dog.
I'm always fortunate
Was
to
that
have
crazy?
grew up
Oh,
on
listen,
both
I
sides
know,
of
it's all
the
He
it's
ain't
so
crazy, bro.
But he ain't crazy.
He ain't crazy.
I agree. He ain't
Everything
crazy.
that y'all saying, I'm telling y'all.
He still ain't crazy. I
That nigga,
agree.
He
I
might
agree.
be fucking loony from time to time, but he ain't crazy.
At all.
But aren't we all?
That's all I'm saying.
I won't even say loony. He put himself in a situation that he has to deal with on himself, and it's just on the public realm.
Slavery was not a choice.
Because I don't want a nigga, shit, when I leave a job, I don't
Slavery
need a
definitely
nigga
was
talking
not a
about
choice,
that.
okay?
Because if you thought about it, if
They
they
gonna
had...
clip that
That
out.
was for sure.
They gonna
not
clip
a
that out. Don't say that out
Man,
loud.
Right, hey.
They gonna go
That's a
clip it,
whole
like,
other
They gonna,
conversation.
hey, you gonna get that shit
Man
restricted.
said that we suffered for no reason.
Hey, TikTok is 30-second jaunts, dog. All
No,
you
it
need
ain't.
is 30.
No, it ain't.
No, all you need is 30. That's the
30.
optimal.
You got
I thought it was
30
25.
clip by clip on them boys.
I thought it was
Clip
a
on them
minute.
boys, and they doing it live.
Shit,
They doing it for
You can
real.
put long ones.
They
You
probably
can make
be
long
sitting
ones,
that
but
motherfucker.
optimum is 30
30.
seconds. If you make 30-second videos, those the ones that hit the hardest.
I'm
So
gonna say the rest for whatever I want to say, but when I come
Go
back,
ahead, yeah.
okay.
Yeah, we
That's
all
all. That's all. I'm gonna just leave it there.
Yeah.
Say let it go.
I ain't crazy. All right. That motherfucker. He saying a lot of shit now.
yeah, I can dig it.
And he's
Facts.
they putting him in this space because they don't want y'all to listen. Okay. He say a lot of stupid shit.
Big fact.
For real. He say a lot of stupid shit. Okay.
Hey.
But he's saying a lot of real shit too. There's a lot of people out here saying a lot of real shit that we really gotta listen to, man. And as a community, as the black community overall, bro, y'all gotta get on point, man, because they trying to keep us down.
At this
Real.
point,
And the
yeah.
people that's speaking that truth.
Yeah.
Ooh. You gotta learn how to read in between the lines with motherfuckers nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
We
Yeah,
got
and to add on
It's
to
the
that,
only way we as a people can get forward at this point. Cause y'all don't respect us for shit else. Like y'all take our style, y'all take our culture and
They scared of
everything.
us.
Y'all scared of us and our power that we have, but
You
at the
think?
end of the day, y'all not.
What did Paul
I
Mooney
mean,
say?
but until we realize
Hey,
we
nah,
actually
fuck
hold
that.
power, what is, I mean,
They
what is
said-
he gonna do?
Look, y'all think Diddy invented the remix? That's the name of this episode.
Big
Diddy,
facts.
the remix god.
Big
right?
facts.
Remix
Diddy
god.
He did not invent the remix. And like Paul Mooney said, everybody want to be a nigga, don't nobody want to be a nigga.
Goddamn.
Okay.
That part.
Everybody want to be a nigga,
But
don't
don't
nobody
nobody
want to be a nigga. Go
nigga.
jump on TikTok and see.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Let's go. My name is J Focuz, aka Creative Corridors. I guess you could call me the new creative director. So yeah, round of applause for me.
Yeah.
We'll be out here. We up here at the stew. We got time. We got space. Like I said, this is early stages. Y'all not even supposed to be seeing this shit like it is as of now. Y'all supposed to, it's fine. When y'all come back, it's gonna look way more crazy, and we gonna do this. But we here. Website, address, all that good shit. Up, down, left, right. This episode is also brought to you by Best Damn Salad, bitch. Go ahead and call Best Damn Salad. They're going to be all around the city with their food trucks, Make sure you looking out. Be paying close attention. Best damn Sally on that ass bitch. So, I got nothing. I guess y'all can go ahead and introduce yourselves, and we can do the outro.
Nikita Rose, singer songwriter, in and out.
Social media, what you got?
Oh,
Where you at?
TikTok, simply Nikita Rose. That's Nikita, last name Rose like the flower. Instagram, simply Nikita Rose, and Twitter, simply Nikita Rose, but no E at the end.
Bang.
You can check me out, Dion Sheppard Jr. on everything. That's just what it is. Dion, not D-E. So I guess Dion Sheppard Jr. like the Bible. Shepherd, so.
Bang. We out here.
I could use this time to promote myself, but newleafstaffingsolutions.com. You need the jobs.
Yes.
Go there and apply.
Let's go.
Call me. 313-608-6121. 313-608-6121.
Yep, text me that.
You need a job, call me. All right, I'm trying to employ as many people as I can. If you are a nonprofit organization, call me. Okay, I want to work with you. I want to get as many people in our city employed as possible. Okay.
So a lot of the
need your
people.
help with
So
applying.
look, oh shit, things of that nature tend to happen on the Wake and Bake podcast. Don't pay it no mind. Like I said, as the days go by, so a lot of people that tend to watch this show smoke weed.
We felony friendly, no drug tests. Felony friendly, no drug tests. Okay.
In the city of Detroit.
In the city
But
of Detroit.
don't come to work high.
Please.
Do not do that.
Hold on, wait.
Do not do that.
I'm gonna give y'all part of the orientation right now. I'm gonna give y'all part of it right now, okay?
Cold as hell, like, yeah, nigga. Right.
I'm gonna give y'all part of that orientation right now, okay? This is what I tell them. At the dead end of the orientation, don't smoke weed at work, okay? That's all you gotta do. Don't smoke weed at work, okay? I had a nigga come to work and smoke his blunt at the front fucking door,
Oh, my
okay?
God.
On break at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yikes.
Don't smoke weed at work.
Man, that bitch smelling like that. He ain't washed his hands or nothing.
Nothing.
No cologne
Right.
on that.
Right, ain't even hit the sanitizer. It's everywhere now. You can hit the sanitizer, your fingertips. Yeah, like tripping.
We legal now.
Yeah.
Shit.
Tripping. Right.
Damn it.
Yeah, depending on the job.
I got you. Go wash your hands, nigga. Little mouthwash.
And that's why you gotta be careful unless you got something on everybody else.
Exactly.
Got something on all you bitches.
If you
Your
know
ass
what
grounded.
Susie, Jack, Dan, and Chad been doing in the back office, then
that's
do what the fuck you
cool.
want to do. You know what I'm saying? But if you ain't got that inside info, nigga, you might wanna.
Until then, keep one foot.
Like
in
it's
the
a
motherfucking
logo
yard.
behind this computer. It's gonna be gone like a motherfucker. Like it's gonna be gone. Like I keep these things separate. But hey, man, this is how we working. Business, company, anything that you want to mention?
All right, this is Jelana Kelly, the founder of Mindful Creations, LLC. I am your go-to for our throne chairs, balloon decorations, party decorations, anything party related. I can cover you, and if I can't, I know somebody that will.
And them cakes.
Cakes, anything, whatever
She
you
said
need.
I'm
I'm talking about
big too.
strawberries, liquor treats, Jello shots, anything. I got you. I can do it.
You deliver though.
Yes, I do. Hell, fuck yeah.
The boy might pull up on you with the
For a
strawberry
small
box. You
free.
feel me?
For a
I'm
small
pulling the
free.
strawberry box for
Well, this
you.
works.
It's definitely gonna be worth
cheesecake.
it. This ain't your next door neighbor who just threw you something together. Cause trust and believe. It's a God-given gift. This ain't nothing that I just woke up with one day and was like, oh, I can bake. Nah, this has been brewing since the motherfucking womb. Okay, it's gonna be the best shit that you ever motherfucking tasted. Point blank. Period.
So we're gonna include that link right below our sponsor. All that good fly stuff. YouTube. I think we're about to go to all of the other platforms eventually. No video there, but we are gonna be doing the audio. So by the time this comes out, it probably won't be the next episode. It'll be the one after that. So 2 weeks from now, this episode to drop, and hopefully it'll be all over the place and doing all that fly shit. We looking for interns. Interns, come. In the fucking link in the description, look down there. It's an email. Email that. Send me your resume. I want you to come here. We can get you to work, get you some experience. You probably ain't got none. You will after you leave here. All right? It's going down. We in Southfield, so it's not that far. Metro Detroit. You know where I'm at. Right down the block. So, with no further ado, I'm Jay Focuz. This is the Thewakenbakepodcast. Bitch. That's great.
We killed that shit.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
Y'all
that
some
was
beautiful fucking songs. I enjoyed this.
Right.
Definitely.
That was myself, man.
That was a wonderful conversation.
Yes.